Ladies and gentlemen, the privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats as we honor the United States of America by the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence and the playing of the national anthem of our great nation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, remain standing for the West High School alma mater.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
All right. We got coming up on our 7 minutes, Drew. At 7 minutes exactly, we can go. 3, 2, 1. Good evening, Hornet fans. Welcome to Booker T. Washington Football 2022-2023. This is Byron Perry, the man up relatively high in black, here in the press box at wonderful Bentonville West High School. And I have the pleasure, to my right, my new co-partner in the booth, Mr. Leon Skillings. Leon, it's been a long time.
What's up, BP, man? It's good to see you. When I heard I had the opportunity to get up in the booth with you, I was so excited and elated.
Man, I appreciate. Now you got a big seat to fill. You got a big seat to fill. My partner Kirk Jones is no longer with us. Kirk and I had great times calling Booker T football, but the biggest thing about it is you're a former Hornet, baby.
Hey, man, you know, that puts the stamp of approval on it, don't it? So, hey, I'm just here to have fun. I ain't here to replace Kirk or nothing like that. I'm just in here to do my part and to make everybody enthused about this Hornet football season.
Well, I know I need to have one view, and that's Kirk Jones, but we're going to move on to it. Hornet fans, we are here embarking on the start of a new football season. This is the 2022-2023 edition of our proud alma mater, Booker T. Washington High School, and the tradition continues. Leon, it's going to be an exciting season. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here before kickoff, but let's go over to the big arching theme, the realignment of Division 6A2. For the last few years, it's been a division dominated by Bixby High School. That is no more. It is wide open right now. The defending state champion has moved up to 6A1. We can talk about all of the teams, but when we talk about this team right here, this team, the Hornets, it all starts with speed, it starts with physicality, and it starts with skilled players. Are you looking forward to it?
I totally agree, BP. You just said all the key essentials to making this a successful season. Hey, the Hornets going to have to put up or shut up because, like you just said, the big Spartans have moved on, so what's the excuse now?
I love it. There is no excuse. It's nothing to it but to do it and to get it done.
That's it.
So, Hornet fans, this is actually week 0. I have to always talk about it. School started technically last week. This was the first week of school, but as we are most familiar with, you play a football game normally the second week of school. So since you're playing a game in what's called week 0, this is the 0-week game, the first game of the season. Now, the primary reason for the 0-week game is it allows every school who plays a 0-week game to have a bye week before district play starts. So that's just an opportunity for the coaches to see where their teams are, get an assessment on injuries, the composition and makeup of the team. And in my conversation with Coach Jonathan Brown a little bit this week, one of the things he talked about, Leon, is that he really didn't think he would know what this team is or what it's about until that bye week. From a former player, Leon, how long did it take you? Let's take your senior year. How long did it take you to feel like the team had the identity of who they were?
Byron, I think we got to go and give it 3 weeks. I think week 3 is the big week. Even like you just said earlier, this is Coach Brown's 3rd season at the helm, so this is the time for him to actually turn that corner so people can see what he's been really doing behind the scenes and all the hard work that he's been putting in, trying to get that cultural and all of those things that go into what he needs to make Hornet football a success.
The tradition continues. That's the motto. You're going to hear me say it over and over and over again. Coach Brown specifically talked about being his 3rd season. It's the cultural change, the accountability of the players, the staff, the coaches, everything within the program. It was important for me to hear Coach Brown talk about that because, you know, Leon, when you're in a team sport, especially like football, culture is everything. You can't have one guy that's a wild card. You can't have one guy that you can't depend on, one guy that's going to have your back. To hear Coach Brown talking about culture, accountability, these are things that really perked my ears up, and this is what I'm going to be looking for from our team tonight.
That's what we used to, Byron. You know, like you said, we go a long way back, so we go back to the days of Holy Family and all of that stuff, but leading up to when we got to Booker T, it was an expectation. The culture was set. We went back-to-back. You remember them days when we had the back-to-back? We did all of those things. The guys that were before us, they paved the way for us. So we knew that the standard was high, so we did everything we could to try to get there. And it's exciting to see that Coach Brown can put his stamp of approval on this and get the Hornets back to rolling again.
with culture being as important that it is, you always want to get off to a quick start to the season. But in order to get off to a quick start, you have to have consistency. You have to be crisp. Tonight, the Hornets are starting the season after a couple of scrimmages. It's really important from my standpoint to watch how this team comes out and executes. We've got a senior quarterback, been starting for the last 3 years. That's Lathan Boone. I got to start with him. He's the trigger man. I'm not saying he's going to be our most impactful player, but your quarterback is that's your helm of your team. That's where it has to start. Lathan Boone knows his offense. It's built to his strengths. It's up to him to get the ball into the hands of the playmakers, the speed guys, the Micah Tease type guys, the guys that are going to be game breakers for this squad. Tell me from what you've seen of this team over the years, not who we used to have, but who we have now. Tell me what you're most looking forward to from an execution standpoint.
You just said it, BP. Lathan Boone, he's a 4-year starter. Man, that's a huge luxury for any program in any situation. So, you know, I like to refer to Lathan Boone as cool, calm, and collected, cooler than a cucumber. So he's that guy. If he gets the time to sit back in that pocket, he's going to pick you apart. And then he's so savvy that he knows the offense, he's comfortable and all that. All he has to do is just make plays. If that front line gives him just a little bit of time that he needs, hey, Bentonville's going to be in for a long night.
Well, I'm going to lean on you, brother, because you are a former offensive lineman, played offensive line at the college arena, FAMU. You're a rattler.
Oh, you're a rattler. Strike.
So it's nothing like talking about what the offensive line does. We're going to pick them apart every single week because that's the bread and butter of your team. I mean, you got to understand, I'm an old school football guy. You can go 4 wide, 5 wide, no back, 1 back, strong backs, whatever you want to. But if you can't do it in the trenches, you have absolutely nothing. So we're definitely going to dissect that all season long. On the defensive side of the ball, it's all about speed. It's all about speed. It's always been an issue for the Hornets in the last decade of having the numbers. With lack of numbers comes lack of size. So we've seen in years past, we may not have those huge, heavy guys up front. It means that our drop 7 from the linebackers, safeties, and corners, they have to be speedy. They have to shut things down, have to take away angles, take away routes, and then come up and rally tackle.
Those guys back there, like you said, BP, in the secondary, they're going to have to play big because we have to make up for the lack of that we have up front. Because, you know, like I know, if you have a good front, then it makes your back easy. You Absolutely. Know what I mean?
Yes,
so,
sir.
And if your front's not bringing it, then your back is going to have to prove to everybody that they are what they are, worth the money and all of that good stuff. So, hey, you just said it. If we can control the trenches, then it's our game to lose. But if not, then we're going to be in this thing for a long, long time, and it's not going to be a pretty thing when you have to fight down in there.
Well, Skinners, I got goosebumps. I got good. You know, I still feel it. It's been a minute, but I still feel it.
Yeah.
Hey, the clock has stopped. It's 12 minutes on it.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
It's time for leather to start popping. You hear what I'm saying?
Week 1. Are you ready for some football, Hornet fans?
Hornet fans, we're about ready to get with it. We're playing the Bentonville West Wolverines tonight. You have to bear with us. At this moment, we don't have a roster for Bentonville West here in the press box, but what we do know is the guy to look for on Bentonville West is number 1. He's primarily a linebacker for this particular squad. He's their do everything, set the tone type of player. As Bentonville West takes the field for the kickoff, we've got the sun setting to the west. It's a beautiful night for football. It's absolutely nice and warm. I've got a roster in front of me for Bentonville West. We'll make it work. So number 1 is Carson Morgan. That's the gentleman that I spoke to a moment ago. But we're going to get through this kickoff, and we're going to basically watch some Hornet football. Hornet fans, be with us all season long. We're going to bring you every single week's action of games for the Hornets to make the march for a state championship. It's gold ball time, Leon.
Man, you just don't get no better than this, BP. 2 Hornets, 2 former athletes, guys that, you know, had the blood, sweat, and tears, put it out there, laid it out there on the field, up in the booth. Hey, man, I'm excited about it, man. I feel like I want to get back out there.
You feel like it. You feel, but you're not going to do it.
But I can't.
All right, Bentonville West kicker approaches the ball, and we do have a deep kick. It's going to be caught by the Hornets at about the 5-yard line. Number 3 has it. He cuts here to the near sideline, makes a man miss, gets to the sideline. He's got a little bit of an avenue. That's number 3. for the Hornets. Unfortunately, we've got an incorrect roster for the Hornets. Don't know the name of number 3 at this moment. The Hornets are going to have 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Whoever number 3 was, though, he had them feet turning and made a good run out of that.
So Micah Tease is wearing number 3, ladies and gentlemen. He is not wearing number 4.
I knew it had to be somebody with them feet looking as good as they were coming
Absolutely.
out the gates like that.
Micah Tease is an Arkansas commit, University of Arkansas commit. Lathan Boone takes the snap. Here's an inside give over the left side. A little hard running there by number 6. That looks like Karan Ross.
Hey, if we want to establish this run game early, we got to stop standing around up front up there with them linemen. So we got to establish the line of scrimmage pretty quick.
Looks like Bentonville West Skillings is lining up in a 3-4 set. 2 linebackers. Here's the reverse give to number 8, Isaac Fain. That's last year's backup quarterback on 2nd down and 8 for the Hornets. He's going to be taken down for a loss, I do believe. Bringing up 3rd down after the loss of 3. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Hornets. So we've got the first long yards of the season, Leon. And just right now, we got a little nerves. We got some jitters.
Yeah. And that's rightfully so in week 1. Week 0, like you said, Byron, things are going to work out the kinks. You're going to iron out all the wrinkles.
We've got a flag on the play. Lathan Boone drops back and takes a snap, but we're going to have a legal motion by our running back. He was a little eager to find the person that he was blocking. Going to back the Hornets up. They're going to make this 3rd down a little bit longer. For the first time tonight, we're going to see Mr. Calm, Cool, Collected Lathan Boone get to survey the field. So the Hornets are backed up now. It's 3rd and 15, Leon. Now, I'm an offensive guy. You know, somebody got to go deep on every play as far as I'm concerned. Just don't know if we're ready for it right now. We just really got to try to sustain this drive.
Man, we got to get what the defense is going to take us, be patient, and then look for those shots.
3 wide receivers here to the near side. 1 wide receiver up top. Boone takes a snap. He looks to the near side. He's rolling. He's got a heavy rush. And Boone is going to be taken down. That is number 1, Carson Morgan. That's the linebacker I spoke about of Bentonville West. They're moving him around, Leon. Looks like on this particular series, Carson Morgan was not playing in the middle. He was playing on the edge. They had him kind of like a rush edge on all 3 snaps on that particular series. But the kid looks quick coming off the edge, man.
Man, you know, one thing I do know from being a Hornet myself, and you know, like I know, when we play teams and they got a good athlete like that, they're going to move them around to try to find us our weakness and mismatch or whatever it takes.
That's good coaching to move him around because it's obvious that we've identified him.
Oh, they bring a lot of pressure.
He just gets it off. Was almost blocked, but he gets it off. Fair catch is called by Bentonville West. They're going to take it on their side of the 50 by number 2, James Ty Durham. Bentonville West is basically going to come to the line of scrimmage for the first time. What we know about Bentonville West, Leon, is that they're a team that believes in running the football first. So when I hear something like that, that tells me that the offensive line is probably going to be big. They're probably going to be older guys that know what they're doing, that basically they want to establish who they are in physicality.
You're exactly right. It sounds like they want to dictate the whole game, the clock, time of possession, all of that good stuff. And like you said, if they're a run-first team, then they're letting you know that we're just going to run it down your throat until you can do something different to stop it.
So Carson Morgan, the star player for Bentonville West, is in the backfield at running back. Quarterback takes a snap. It's a give to Morgan. He gets it, gets to the line of scrimmage. He's looking to get downhill, but good upfield penetration by the Hornets. That's just good speed from our defensive line, Leon. Brings up 2nd down. Bentonville West picks up 2 yards. They're on the 45-yard line. We're at 9 minutes and 46 seconds here in the first quarter. First quarter, week 0 for the Hornets. 3 wide receivers to the far side for the Wolverines. Quarterback number 15, Jake Casey, takes it. He throws the bubble screen out to the right, and immediately the Hornets are right there. No one is fooled on that when they step up, make a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. That's that speed we're talking about.
Man, that's that swarm. You know, when you can get 5, 6, 7 guys around the football at all times, your defense is bringing it. So, hey, that's a good thing to see.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9, long yardage for Bentonville West. The Wolverines have number 2, James Ty Durham, 6-foot wide receiver here to the near side. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. 1 wide receiver up top. Quarterback takes it. He fakes it. He's looking to the top side. He throws an out. The wide receiver catches it at the boundary, and he's down. Looks like he's going to have just enough for a first down. So Bentonville West, the Wolverines, have the first down of the season. They are moving. 8 minutes, 48 seconds left. Looks like this defense, Leon, is more assignment-based right now, and I like that. Quarterback takes a snap. He looks right. He's got to move in the pocket. He's got some pressure. He's going to try to cut it upfield, but he's taken down.
And you got a hanky on the field.
Looks like he might get to the line of scrimmage. We do have a flag on the play. Number 13 for the Hornets, Jordan Sales, a junior, on the tackle. Looks like this penalty is going to go against Bentonville West, so they're going to walk them back.
One thing you said earlier, Byron, was that in the trenches, with Bentonville being a run-first team, looks like their offensive line is pretty big. I'm looking at this left tackle down here at the bottom of the screen. Number 77, looking every bit of 6'5", 6'6", so that's pretty impressive in high school football.
Lane Jeffcoat is the name we have, and they have him listed at actually 6'9", 279.
Wow. That's
Here's a pass down the near side. They've got a man open. Number 2 catches it, and he's going to be able to fight off a Hornet into the end zone. Touchdown, Bentonville West. They go deep after the penalty, Skillings. And, hey, like I said, somebody got to run a fly route on every snap. Bentonville West is successful.
Man, it looked like they caught the Hornets in the secondary with their heads down, Coach, because, man, it looked like guys were pointing fingers saying you should have been over here, should have been over there. But that's no excuse. When the lights come on, the guys got to be ready to roll. So hopefully we can come back and make up for that. But you can't get caught with your heads down in that backfield like that in the secondary.
As Bentonville comes out to attempt the extra point, the touchdown was by number 2, Ty Durham. He's a 6 foot, 174-pound wide receiver, class of 2023, so he's a senior. Leon, one of the differences in football today is that cornerbacks now look into the backfield on every play. I hate to talk about the old days, but it used to be when you walked out there on that island, you didn't care about, who was getting the ball. You cared about your guy not getting the ball. And it appears on a lot of situations you get just what we saw right there. It looks as though the corner is a step behind when he's got speed, but it's all because his eyes drifted and his body has to go somewhere else.
Exactly. Hey, that's a great coaching point you make right there. Those eyes will tell it all. It's just like a deer stuck in the headlights. A good quarterback going to see that, and he's going to rip the secondary apart when he sees that you stuck right there. So that was just a good play by Bentonville all the way around.
It's just a good play by Bentonville. The wide receiver ran a good route, Leon, because the thing about when you run a streak or a go route or something like that, you don't want to fade into the boundary. You want the ball to take you into the boundary because the quarterback is taught to throw the ball to the boundary. So the thing is, if you're running straight down the field, away from the sideline, you can always run to and make the catch through the ball. You know what I'm saying, Leon? And that's what I saw that was really specific about what that young man did on that pass play right there. He was able to run to the ball, through the catch, and then fight off the defensive back who was trying to make a play.
And on top of that, he took what they gave him on top of that as well. So great analysis right there, Coach.
So Bentonville West, with 8 minutes and 13 seconds, take a 7-0 lead against the Hornets. Once again, the Hornets are dropping back to receive the kickoff. Once again, it's going to be deep and into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. So now, for the first time, we get to see the Hornets with a little bit of adversity. This is that culture that we were talking about, which Coach Brown was talking about. These are these things that you have to understand. At some point in time, you're going to be down in a game. It's how you come out and respond.
That's right. We got the first series out the way. We should have got the jitterbugs and the butterflies out the way. So let's see what we do on this series here. If we can stick to the script and make some things happen and move the change, you know what I mean? Let's not take these big chunks right now. Let's see what we can do with these guys up front and with these guys we got out here in these skill positions.
We got number 60 for the offensive line for the Hornets. Number 66, Clyde Wortham, is a senior. But right now we got Lathan Boone, man in motion, coming to the near side. He's going to fake. He's going to throw the ball out to his right to Isaac Fain. Nice catch. Going to have a nice little pickup right there. Wonderful misdirection. Making the eyes for the defense have to figure out what's going on. You bring somebody in underneath motions, Leon, then you fake to the running back on the dive, and then you throw it out on the bubble. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Bentonville wasn't fooled about it as well. It looks like they've been watching a little film on us.
Lathan Boone throws it out to his right. He's once again hit Isaac Fain, who's trying to get to the sideline. This time he's going to be held up and slowed down by number 23 for the Wolverines. Finally taken down. Going to bring up a third down and probably about 5 yards. But we've got a little bit of a move for the Hornets. The thing is, we got to move the change. We got to we got to allow me to say the Hornets on the move.
I look forward to hearing that soon too.
3rd down and 4 from the 26-yard line for the Booker T. Washington Hornets. We're in the first quarter. Hornets are down 7-0 to the Bentonville West Wolverines. 3rd down. Hornets have 2 men in motion. 3 wide receivers are here to the near side. Lathan Boone checking at the line of scrimmage. Puts Micah Tees in motion. This time he hands it to him on the jet sweep. When Micah Tees looking to get the corner to use his speed, makes it all the way to the sideline and cuts it up. Basically fights to get over there. And I think, Leon, with all of that work that he did, we've got a Hornet first down.
Man, that's one thing about a senior leg guy and a senior athlete like Micah Tees. When the ball is in the hand, he can make some things happen. But look, we don't want to make a habit of that on the offense like we got like that, because teams will figure it out. And if we don't have a script, who knows?
Lathan Boone hands it off. Here's an outside give over the right side. Once again, number 6, Kuron Ross. He's a junior, running back and linebacker. Takes it, gets maybe a yard or so. I think they're going to say that he just got back to the line of scrimmage. That's, when you run a play like that, Leon, that's the dive play that we were raised up on. You don't see too many teams running the ball in that 2 or that
right.
4 hole much anymore. Now it's off tackle. Boone takes it. He has a snap, throws it here to the near side, hits number 4.
Well, being a former offensive lineman, Byron, I think what happens a lot of times is these teams want to finesse the game. And when you don't have the offensive line and the size and the body, then you start doing a lot of that stuff. I'm from that school where we're going to run at you, then we're going to play action, and we're going to put you to sleep. And then we're going to hit you with a big play.
Absolutely. 3rd and 6 for the Hornets. Lathan Boone with 1 back in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Boone takes the snap, looking to the far side, steps up in the pocket. He might run. He tucks it. He's looking for the sticks, and he gets out of bounds. Then that's a very heady senior leadership play right there, Leon. There's nothing wrong with a quarterback that tucks it and runs when you've got basically the Red Sea has parted. Lathan Boone is our senior leader. He's not running because he wants to. He tucked it because he took what the defense was giving.
That's right. Anytime a quarterback sees the numbers like that in the open field, take off and run, because you can get a lot of yards out of that.
Here's an inside give to the right side for the Hornets from Boone. Number 6, Jerron Ross, once again, the workhorse back for the Hornets. This offensive series has now put us on the Wolverine side of the field. And this doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you, Leon. Or do we have a penalty? I think we have a penalty flag on the field. Looks like we've got a hold that's going to be assessed against the Hornets. That's the second offensive penalty for the Hornets after a legal formation. But I'm impressed right now, Leon, to see us settling into the game.
I agree, man. You're starting to see them get some rhyme and reason in what they're doing with the offense. So once you settle down, this is what can happen. But we got to keep these penalties to a minimum.
Micah Tees, the Arkansas commit, is here to the near side of the field, but the pass goes to the far side to Isaac Fain, who's fighting for yards. Looks like he's being held up and game tackled. Look, they're trying to say that the ball might be out. They might have snatched it from Fain. We're waiting for the official decision, and there is a fumble recovered by the Wolverines on their side of the field. It's going to be Bentonville West 1st and 10 from the 45. And that's just a play right there, Leon. We've all been there. That's just the guy instead of just getting down, he's trying to get something, and defense knows, hold him up, let me have it.
Man, that's it. Guys out there scrapping and scraping and just second effort making big plays out there.
Good to see the offense run some plays, Leon, but now we see Bentonville West stepping back onto the offensive side of the ball. Quarterback, here's the reverse, but it's been snuffed out by the Hornets, but they've passed it back to the quarterback who throws it, and he throws it deep downfield. Tried to hit number 2 for the Wolverines, James Ty Durham. Excuse me, folks, a lot of things were happening up here. The pass is incomplete. A little razzle-dazzle by Bentonville West on their second offensive series. Leon, I heard a coach once say if a team has to get into the trick bag on you, they don't feel like they can beat you.
Yeah, that sounds about it, right? You know, especially this early in the game, you know, that now we're starting, I guess, settle in, and you know, these guys are having to reach a little bit, and it's a little early to be doing that razzle-dazzle stuff like you said.
Double reverse pass. Here's an inside give, getting downhill for Bentonville West, and that's their bread and butter right there. Just line up, spread you out, run it downhill, give it to Carson Morgan. He runs with his pads forward. You know what I'm talking about when I say he runs with his pads forward. He's laying a lick.
He's letting them defensive guys know you're going to have to bring it if you're going to get with me. Like you said, the pad level's down, so you're going to get yours down as well.
3rd down and 3 for Bentonville West. Quarterback looks to the sidelines on the check with me. Quarterback number 15, Jake Casey. He's a 6'3" junior for Bentonville West. He surveys the defense. 4 wide receivers. Once again, he hands it off up the middle. Once again to number 1, Carson Morgan. Morgan looks like he's getting close to first down yardage. And that's what this team is all about. I was a little surprised of how much they've tried to throw the football, Leon. First down for the Wolverines. I was a little surprised of how much they've tried to throw the football here early.
Yeah, you know, especially being a run-first team, maybe they wanted to just try to loosen us up and give us a different wrinkle from what we saw earlier.
Here's a quarterback looking downfield, has a man underneath. Number 5 catches the quick out, gets it back into the middle of the field. Several missed tackles by the Hornets, but he's finally taken down at about the 15-yard line. And there's one of those situations that we talked about before, Leon. If we've got all that speed in the secondary, we got to rally to the football, wrap up, and tackle.
Man, it looks like these defensive ends are doing a good job of keeping outside, but they're losing their contain because they're getting up the field so fast that our insides are getting caught up in that trash. So we're going to need some help from the front 4 to make this thing equalize up there, because Bentonville is getting some momentum as it relates to trying to get in the end zone once again.
1st and 10 for the Bentonville Wolverines. Quarterback looks to his left, throws underneath.
Oh.
It's incomplete and right through his hands and could have been intercepted by the Hornets. And let me tell you, if we would have picked it off, he still would have been walking that dog.
He had a lot of real estate right there. I know 10 is shaking his head like, boy, I had an opportunity there, but that's all right. Get a little amnesia, come back and make another play.
2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Bentonville West Wolverines. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-0 Wolverines. This is game 1 of the season, Hornet fans. Your Hornets are here in Bentonville, Arkansas. Quarterback gets the snap, looks back, throws the fade into the back of the end zone. The pass is a little bit long. Good coverage there by number 11, Seth White, a defensive back, senior for the Hornets. Looks like the wide receiver had a step, but really and truly, Leon, the DB is running with the wide receiver. It's just the wide receiver knows where the ball is going.
Right, and if Seth would have just kind of peeked back a little bit, that would have been an A+ play. But he made a great play, though, like you said.
You got to be able to keep your body in between the ball and the receiver.
That's
and
right.
He did a good job of that right here.
Exactly.
So 3rd and 10 for Bentonville.
Hornets playing tough down there, Coach.
Absolutely. Quarterback
All
drops
right.
back, looks underneath, makes a complete pass, but immediately wrapped up for no gain. Now this is talking about, you know, bowing your neck a little bit.
Yeah.
You got the ball deep in your territory. You've turned it over, but the Hornet defense is stiffened. Bentonville West looks like they're bringing the kicker out. Going to be a kick from the 14-yard line. So number 19 for Bentonville West is Ethan Grigg. He surveys it. Checking the field a little bit. The snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. Nice kick. Looks like he's got a little bit of a draw on it, but it's no good, Hornet fans. Wide right on the kick. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Hornet defense has held. Leon, it looked pretty good from here.
Man, the Hornet defense did their thing right there. Now the offense has to reward the defense for that big stance that they put down here on the road in Bentonville. That was great.
First game of the season, Bentonville seems to have come out with the momentum that they need from the get-go. But it seems as though Booker T is settling in a little bit. You know, we've gotten the ball in the hands of some of our playmakers. Our quarterback has been able to move it around a little bit. 3 minutes here left in the first quarter. It's time to see if the Hornets can put the machine in first gear. Lathan Boone calling the signals, letting the offense know that he's basically changing the play. 4 wide receivers, 1 man in the backfield. Boone, inside give. No, he keeps it. He gets to the outside. Boone makes a nice heady move, slips outside, looks to get to the sideline. Lathan Boone with the biggest play of the night for the Hornets. A nice run by Boone. Going to be a first down, Hornets.
Hey, that was a nice senior play by Boone, but hey, with your quarterback running like that early in game 0, you want to keep those to a minimum. It's a long season, so hopefully we can stick to the script and get them going again, but great play by Boone.
Once again, Boone takes a snap. Here's an inside give going left to Jerron. This time he slips back inside, finally taken down. Once again, Kuron Ross, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But Kuron Ross runs it for another Hornet first down. The Hornets are on the move. Leon, it seems as though the offensive line now is dictating what they want to happen on this series.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep giving what the defense take. Take what the defense gives. Ross is getting big chunks. Let's keep chunking at it, because guess what that happened? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Then you almost in the end zone.
You only need 10 of them.
That's it.
We've got an illegal offsides on the Hornets. Look like number 74, the left tackle. That's Brooks Barron. Hate to call offensive lineman's name when they get a penalty, but I've got to find a way to talk about him a little bit.
You got to hold him accountable. Hey, I've been there, done that, so call him out. Maybe he won't do it again the next time.
1st and 15 for the Hornets. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Sun setting in the background to the west. Lathan Boone takes it, looks to his right, throws a quick pass into the seam to Isaac Fain.
Yes.
Isaac Fain makes the catch and fights for a little bit more yardage. I'll say this, Leon, one thing that I noticed about Isaac Fain last year, yes, he was the backup quarterback, played some spot duty at quarterback, but when he came in on defense, he was head hunting. This kid liked to hit.
Well, you said being a quarterback, he ought to know every position, every angle, and all that, so it sounds like he's using that to his advantage.
High snap for Lathan Boone, but he swings it out to Isaac Fain, who cuts it back. We're going to find a way to get some positive yardage. Did Fain put it on the turf again, or was he down? We're waiting on the officials. And we're waiting. Looked to me like Fain was down and the ball was down by contact with the turf. We're still waiting for the officials to let us know what's going on, but the Hornets are trying to relay the play in.
Looks like they're going to get the ball back. Keep it Hornet possession.
Hornet, still Hornet football, Hornet fans. Lathan Boone, the quarterback, getting the play from the sideline, looking like they're going to start with 4 wide receivers. The ball is now on the Wolverine 28-yard line. Hornets finally threatening. Boone with a little check with me. The Arkansas commit, Micah Tees, is here split wide to the near side. He's got single coverage at the moment. They're trying to bracket him a little bit, but he's got single coverage over the top. Man in motion. Inside give, no. Boone is going to keep it running to the left side, runs behind the block from the wide receiver, and he's able to get out of bounds over there, but we got penalty flags all over the far side of the field. We're going to see exactly what we have over there.
So one thing when you're in that formation right there, when you got dual up top and dual at the bottom, it looks like Bentonville's not fooled by that, because the receivers want to run those DBs out, and then that gets Boone out there in their lane. But right now, the DBs is not binding. They're swarming up to the football, so we might want to come with some play action or something right now.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, Leon, because one of the things that I noticed is that the defensive backs for Bentonville West are 7 yards off the ball. So they're looking for the run first. They can stand there with their eyes in the backfield. It takes 4 steps for our wide receiver to be on top of them, and so at least they can still turn and burn a little bit. There's a lot of space right there, and everything is now about timing. That's why those inside passes to Isaac Fain have been working, because of the gap that they're giving, the lanes that they're giving now. Lathan Boone, 2nd and 10 after the penalty from the Bentonville West 33. Man in motion, which is number 9. That's Dalen Mays. Boone taking a lot of time. Play clock down to 6. He looks to the far side of the field. He throws. All is low, right where it has to be. Pass is complete to number 14, Brandon Barkey. Going to be positive yards for the Hornets. Looks like it's going to bring down a 3rd down and 1. So the playbook is wide open right here on 3rd and 1, Leon.
Man, I'm looking to get that first down and regroup. And look, we got another set of downs to get in the end zone. Look like we're about 15 yards from the end zone. We can get this first down.
So the Hornets have 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. Inside give. Nope. Boone keeps it himself. Good heady play. So basically this is option football. You talk about an RPO, but this is really option football. Lathan Boone is bellying the running back, putting the ball in his belly, pulling it. He's reading off of what the end is doing. If the end goes down, he keeps it. If the end stays wide, he gives it to the running back. It's RPO, but I call it option football, but we get a first down out of it, Leon.
And it gives Lathan Boone the option to, like you said, to make it happen, and he's making some plays right now.
Here's a quick pass out to the near side to Micah Tees, trying to get it into the hands of the speedster. Pass is complete. However, it's only going to be good for maybe a yard. No, it looks like they're going to say T's lost a yard, but that's Josh Buxton, number 9, coming up for Bentonville West, and you got to give him credit. He made a good tackle. He just wrapped him up. He couldn't go anywhere. Man,
that's picture perfect, man. It looked like the DB's been doing some tackling drills in practice, and you couldn't have played it no better than that.
So that's the end of the first quarter here from the Bentonville West Stadium. We're at the Bentonville West High School in Bentonville, Arkansas. It's your Booker T. Washington Hornets 0, the Bentonville West Wolverines 7.
So
go ahead,
I'd like to visit what you said a minute ago when we were just talking about them playing that soft coverage on us.
Absolutely.
So, like when we refer back when we were playing, we should be running at that. Because by them playing soft and saying, we know you guys can throw that football, but we don't respect the run game. So, in turn in there, Booker T has always been a team that can run that ball and do pretty much what they want to. So I think if we stick back to that run, that'll change them up and get them out of that.
So let me ask you from a technical standpoint, Leon, and for the fans at home, without the benefit of a replay, just imagine with me, when we go 4 wide, Leon, and like you're saying, those DBs are off, we should be running against it. You talked earlier about not running so much in between the tackles. If you're that offensive tackle, what is your first step like? Are you making contact with the guy across from you, or are you trying to turn your hips to seal him in so that we can run off of that?
Well, actually, I want to, if we're trying to get outside, I definitely want to bait him to come inside so I can just shield it. We call it just a simple butt read back, block for the back. You don't have to be aggressive, but if you put that butt in that hole, a good running back will read that, and he'll cut off of that. So it's just a simple butt read block.
And I can tell you, somebody that didn't care about a butt read was Tony Brooks. He just run up your back no matter what.
He was one of them guys. He was just a straight gladiator, and head down. And then when he got through there, then he gonna stick it up and go to the house with it.
Got to give love to number 40, T.
Yes,
Brooks.
Sir.
Here's Lathan Boone taking a throw here to the near side. Didn't look like Boone got the opportunity to set his feet that time. The pass was short, going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down. The Hornets are behind the chains. It's going to bring up third down and 12 from the 20-yard line. We've got a new kicker this year, Leon. We're going to talk about him when we get the opportunity, hopefully when we score some points. But the Hornets look like here on 3rd and 12, they're going to be definitely going for it here. They're on the Bentonville West 20-yard line. Boone is going to have 3 wide receivers here to the wide near side of the field. Look like the officials are going to do it. Got a penalty marker out, Hornet fans.
And just a footnote, one thing, like I know, when you get down in the red zone, the real estate changes and the field shrinks. So, you got to take advantage of things that happen down there. You got to execute, and you got to keep the penalties to a minimum. So when you get down in this red zone, you might want to be able to smash mouth and just play leverage football and tuck it in and bounce it up in there. You don't get these opportunities a lot.
Well, it looks like the Hornets got some benefit on that one. The penalty goes against Bentonville West, so it's now 5 yards further up. Yeah. 3rd down and 7 for the Hornets from the 15-yard line. Lathan Boone gets the snap. Looking here to the inside. He's got a man. Pass is complete. Looks like he had it, but he couldn't come down with it. A good lick from the defensive back. That was Dalen Mays, who basically went up to make the catch but couldn't bring it into his body. Trust me, I know that one right there. I know that one. It's you got to bring the ball down into your body. But what I want to talk about was Lathan Boone, good eyes, good read. He had on the slant right there and put it right on his man.
Man, that read looked like it was a hot read, and he saw it all the way. And like you said, Mays is probably scratching his head and know that he messed up on that play. But guess what? He'll get another opportunity to make another big play. But when you get that opportunity, you got to capitalize.
So we've got a left-footed kicker, number 42 for the Hornets. Snap is down. It's back, but it's blocked. The ball is up. Picked up by Bentonville West. Isaac Fain, the only man to make a play. He looks like he might have the angle, but it looks like the Bentonville West player is going to be able to take it all the way. That's number 5 for Bentonville West Wolverines. After the blocked field goal, Bentonville West has taken it the opposite way, 85 yards for a touchdown.
Man, you know that saying, misery loves company. Just after a play like that, when you know you should have made the play, then you give Bentonville the opportunity to come back and capitalize on that. That's a dagger.
That's a 12-point swing. It should have been 6 points for us, but it's 6 points going the other way.
Just that fast.
Just that fast. And that's football. That's what the game is. Man. That was the first extra point attempt or field goal that we've had on the season. It looked like just a bull rush from the inside.
Yeah.
Bentonville West is now going to be attempting to point after with 11 minutes and 41 seconds here in the second quarter. The snap is up, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good. The Bentonville West Wolverines take a 14-0 lead over our Booker T. Washington Hornets. And Leon, it was so many people that were in on that particular block kick. I mean, I always look at the guys on the edges. I look at the edge rushers because when you're lined up in a field goal opportunity, the line is all trying to pinch in. So if you're the guy on the edge, basically you're trying to take the leanest angle to get in front of the ball. But on that one, Leon, I saw people coming from the middle. I saw people coming from the edge. I mean, we had a jailbreak. I mean,
hey, man, one thing I know, special teams is just as important of any phase of the game. You got to spend time on that stuff because it'll come back and hunt you just like that. So, it's practice. And those guys coming out the edge like that, those gunners and them guys out there, they got to come on up and get their heads up in there because it would have cut that out right there.
And the biggest thing that I see at the high school level that kids forget to do on field goals and extra points is they're so focused on making contact, thinking that, well, the kick is going to happen quickly. You still got to fire out. You still got to be physical at the line. You can't just let the ball be snapped and just be a body there. Just be a carbon form.
Great point.
You got to put a hat on somebody.
Right,
you got to let somebody know I'm here.
It's money on money, right? Mano.
Bentonville West is going to be kicking off once again to the Hornets. First time kicking to the north. The kick is up and it's back. It's a line drive kick. Going to bounce into the end zone. Once again, we're going to have a touchback. So, Hornet fans, the start to the evening hasn't been as bright as we would like for it to be for the pride of the Great Southwest. But, Leon, one of the things I've been impressed with is this team has been – the execution hasn't been poor. We've seen a progression in the execution. The first drive was scattershot, I'll be honest.
Right.
The first drive, we just weren't there.
Yeah.
The second drive, we started moving the football. That third drive, we moved the football, had an opportunity for a touchdown. So now it's time that I feel like we really should try to start putting some points on the board.
It's time.
You can play with this team.
It's time. I mean, this possession is almost like we got to put up. We had, what is this, our third opportunity
Fourth
here?
opportunity
so we
right
got to
here.
make something happen.
Latham Boone takes the snap, drops back, steps up, looks to gun it out here to the sideline. The ball is almost intercepted. That's just Latham Boone's eyes being locked in on number 8.
Yeah.
And once his eyes are locked in, the defensive backs are like sharks in the water.
And there was 3 defenders over there. So, like you said, he was locked in on 8. But, hey, you got to be careful right there because it was 3 hats all the way around him. That didn't look like Hornets to me.
Boone put some mustard on it, but the window closed quickly. A partner of mine are always talking about the windows that quarterbacks have to throw to, and you can think my arm is going to get it there, but people can run.
Right.
Here's an inside give by Boone. Some hard running once again by number 6, Karan Ross. He's going to fight for a few yards in the middle. And Leon, it's almost like from a strategy standpoint, maybe we do need to soften Bentonville West up a little bit on the inside. Maybe we need to take their game plan a little bit.
You almost got it's like leverage. Take it away from them. What they doing good. It look like they were just wanting to protect us with our run lanes and make us throw it into the lane so they can make some plays happen.
Because once again, you see the Bentonville West cornerbacks across the field are multiple yards off the line of scrimmage. Boone, inside give, but he's going to keep it. Steps up, looks to run and get outside. He's going to be hit hard and taken down.
And so you just don't want
a few yards.
And you don't want to put your quarterback in them short situations. We go back to remember when Cam Newton was early in his career and he was running up and down the field, but we 9 to 10 years in, he's taking a beating. So we want to protect Latham Boone as much as possible and get them big backs, them tough yards up in there. So hopefully that O-line can sustain and keep the protection up there. But right now they're looking like they're tired.
1st and 10 for the Hornets. Boone lost his helmet, so he's got to come out for a play. Number 18, Levi Brooks, a freshman, steps in. He bobbles the snap a little bit of jitters to step into the game, but he makes the handoff once again to number 6, Karan Ross. Karan has some positive yardage, picks up 4 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Hornets. Latham Boone back into the game. Coming up on 10 minutes before the half for the Booker T. Washington Hornets. Down 14-0 by the Bentonville West Wolverines. Boone has it. Quick snap. Throws over the middle into the inside seam. Once again to Isaac Fain, who catches it and is hit immediately. Fain looks to be a little bit shaken up, but he's on his feet.
Man, that's a guy knowing the presence of the sticks and what he needed to get the first down. That was a big play by Fane.
And, you know, Leon, that's a very important point you make between Fane and Boone. 2nd and 6, we need to move the football. He throws the quick, hot route to the seam route. We pick up a first down.
Yeah, that's just good execution.
T's in motion. Nice, quick throw by Boone. T's getting to the outside, finally taken down into the paint. Here on the Hornets sideline, looks like there's going to be a little bit of extracurricular activity. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Wolverines to move the football a little bit more. But that's a little bit of the razzle-dazzle for the Hornets. So basically on that play, the action you have is fake the inside give. You fake Boone on the keeper. Tease doesn't run a route. He's just waiting, and Boone is able to swing it to him, get it in his hands in space.
Man, that's good execution by the offensive coordinator, finding ways to get Tease the ball. You know, you got a great athlete like that, the Arkansas commit, get the ball to him, Debo Samuel.
Well, because we already know in a play like that, the defensive back is 10 yards off the Tease by the time he catches it. Lathan Boone, once again, fakes the give. No, he gives it to him into the middle of the field. Number 6, running hard, spins off of a Wolverine, gets positive yards. The ball was snapped from the Bentonville West 25-yard line, and he's got enough for another Hornet first down. The Hornets are on the move. 9 minutes and 14 seconds left up to the line of scrimmage, not giving Bentonville a lot of time to substitute. And just like that, the Hornets pick up a penalty. One of the things we saw about Lathan Boone all last year, Leon, and I know you saw it, Lathan was very good at his cadence of drawing people off sides. That time, the Hornets are able to get a penalty because they're running the play so quickly, the man couldn't get out the field.
And that's a great point. I was going to say, Booker T get into a rhythm and keep them guys, that defense on the field like that. You see what's happening. Them guys is holding their hips. They got the head down their thighs. So that's to the advantage of Booker T right now. So keep the pressure on them.
New running back for the Hornets. Here's the snap to Boone. He's got an outside wide receiver screen to number 14. The pass is complete. Asking Tees to make a block after that time. That's just really a bubble screen. Inside, outside guy working as a tandem. Lathan Boone makes a nice swing throw. That's not an easy throw because you have the crown of the football field, so the quarterback has got to throw it on an arc to get it out there to the wide receiver, put it in his gut so he can catch and turn upfield. 2nd and 3 for the Hornets from the Bentonville West 8-yard line. Time to punch it in, Leon. Lathan Boone with 3 wide receivers here to the near side. He gets the snap, looks to his right, throws the curl, looking for Micah Teese. He had him on the out route curl. The ball goes directly in between his hands. Boone threw a great pass. He's putting it there.
So here again, you know, when you get down here in the red zone and you got 10 yards to go, the philosophy you can get 2-2, and that puts you in the 3rd and 4th situation. So a lot of time when you're throwing that ball down, there's a lot of things that can happen: interception, tip pass, and a sack when you just tuck the ball and you get to chip them yards.
Absolutely.
And next thing you know, you're in that end zone.
Absolutely. You know the saying that I speak of a lot. We got 3rd down and 3 for the Hornets, and then I'm going to say it here in just a minute. You're going to know where it's going to come from. Lathan Boone gets the snap, fakes the inside give. He's going to keep it. He's trying to get to the outside. He spins, tries to cut up. He passes the ball. Is it a fumble or is it a forward lateral? Boone had a wide receiver, number 2, Keonta, rushing, that he tried to kind of just pitch it to him.
And depending on where that line of scrimmage was, we don't know where it was and all that good stuff. So that's going to be predicated on that. It looked okay.
They're going to say it's an incomplete pass to rushing, so it was a proper forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, but incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3 for the Hornets. Looks like Coach Jonathan Brown is going to elect to go for it. The Hornets are at the 8-yard line.
And can you blame him? You know, you said earlier we got a new kicker, so right now you're trying to get points on the board, so you're putting all your faith in the big boys up front and in this big play call that we're about to make here.
So we got a timeout by the Hornets. 8 minutes, 59 seconds left here in the half. The Hornets are threatening for the first time this season. It's the 2022-2023 football season for your Booker T. Washington Hornets. You know, I was going to say, Leon, when it's first down, you can run for 3 yards on first down. You can run for 3 yards on second down. You can run for 3 yards on third down. And all I got to do is fall for a yard to get in.
I mean, some things just don't change. You know that. You know, this football game that we played and been accustomed to has changed so much over the years, and people are putting in these analytics and all of this other stuff. And you know what? Keep it simple, stupid.
It's the KISS method, Leon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I heard many a day, many a year, Larry McGee say, I can run for 3 on first. I can run for 3 on second. And I can run for 3 on third. And I'm gonna fall for a yard.
Yes, sir.
And you have to take him at his word on that, because that's what football is. If I can own the line of scrimmage, or if I can own my execution. Because if I teach my guys to do what their responsibilities are, you know, execution is about being crisp in what you do, no matter what the defense is. It was always the belief that we were going to do it better than the other guy.
That's it.
So the Hornets, after the timeout, 4th down and 3 from the 8-yard line of the Bentonville West Wolverines. The Hornets are trying to punch it in to get back into this ball game. This is the 4th drive of the Hornets, and they're on the move. Man in motion to Boone's left. Boone gets the snap. He looks left, throws it into the middle of the field, off the hands of number 14. That's Brandon Barkey. And once again, I got to give him credit, Leon. Lathan Boone is putting it right where the ball is supposed to be.
Hey, when the ball touched the receiver's hand, his job is to what? He's supposed to secure that thing, you know. So like you said, there was nothing else Lathan Boone could have done right there.
But you know, this is the Lathan Boone that we've seen for 3 years now as a senior. He's basically, like you said, he's calm, he's cool, he's collected. He's putting the ball where it needs to be. The Hornets are calling the plays. We've got the guys in the positions they need to be in. This coaching staff is doing a good job of recognizing where we can be efficient. Guys just got to make plays.
That's it right there. You know, man, nothing like fatigue. You know, remember that? They said fatigue can make cowards of us all. So hopefully the Hornets are not getting tired or whatever. We got to keep playing here.
Here's Bentonville West basically being conservative. Inside draw to number 1. He's trying to get all the way to the outside. Stiff arms a Hornet. He makes it to the sideline, and it looks like we're going to have a little late hit here on the white boundary. Looks like it may give Bentonville West an extra 15 yards to get them out of the shadow of their end zone, Leon. And that's just a guy trying to come up and making sure he makes a play. Nothing malicious about that, but it's going to cost the Hornets nonetheless.
Yeah, and then I want to talk about the elephant in the room a little bit if I can. You know, one thing about the Hornets, when we play 6A1, 6A2 football, the thing that comes to haunt us the most, you said it earlier, is the numbers, man. We just don't have those numbers. These guys are playing both ways. We're up here on the road. It's humid out here. Looks like a lot of these guys are going both ways, and when you have to do that and the numbers are not there, man, it's just an unfair advantage as well, because these guys are human as well. So, man, we need to just do something about these numbers at the school too.
Definitely. Bentonville West quarterback gets the snap. Up, he doesn't make the handoff.
Oh, yes.
He keeps it. Looks like it's going to be a good loss. The defensive line for the Hornets stand up. There's number 62, Elias Sherman. I know that name. I've been talking about it for 3 years. Elias is a senior offensive defensive lineman. Great play right there, Leon, because he got a yard upfield. He read where the ball was. Even though you had a mix-up in the backfield between the quarterback and the running back, he saw where the ball was and rallied to it.
Man, like you said, a great play by Big Boy, keeping his feet moving, staying live and hot on the play. Great play.
Bentonville West quarterback takes the snap. He steps up. He's looking deep into the middle of the field. He has a man, but it's going to be intercepted. No, dropped by Miles Tees. Miles Tees had it in the breadbasket, needs to bring it in. But that play right there brings up 3rd and 19. More than anything, the pass was incomplete. More than anything, Bentonville West is not moving the football right now. Leon, I talked about it at the beginning of the game. This was a team that was supposed to be a run-first team, and they're putting the ball in the air a lot. I don't mind it, but it seems to be they're going away from their strength.
Yeah, and that's a credit to our defensive line. It looked like them guys are stuffing them in that run game that they wanted to go with so far. So now they're having to pass the ball, and Michael Tees looked like he wanted to make a big play and turn it into 6, and it just dropped out his hands.
Quarterback looks to the right, looking downfield, doesn't have anything. Now looking back to the near side. He's going to be able to throw to the boundary. He makes the throw. The pass is going to be complete, but it looks like it's going to be either short or right at the stick. The referee has thrown his hat to show where the ball is going to be marked, looking for exactly where they're going to mark this. The field judge and the back judge, and the field judge and the referee are talking currently. I'm not sure, Leon, they're saying the pass is incomplete, Incomplete pass. So the wide receiver for Bentonville West was falling back when he was trying to make the catch. Our view was obstructed by the Hornets there on the sideline. I thought he just caught it falling back and was close to the first down, close to the line of the game for the first down, but it's incomplete. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 19 for Bentonville West. The Hornet defense is held again.
Man, the Hornet defense is putting the ball back into the offensive hand. We just got to reward the defense. The defense can't hold up every time like that, so offense needs to reward them on this next possession.
So back deep for the Hornets is number 24, Dalen Overstreet, a sophomore, waiting to punt from Bentonville West. Their starting cornerback, number 9, Josh Buxton, is the punter. He gets it off, end over end kick that's coming towards the sideline. The Hornets are going to stay away from it and let it be down. So the Hornets are going to scrimmage for the 5th time from their side of the 50. Looks like it's going to be first down for the Hornets at the 42 or 43-yard line, 44-yard line here on the near hash. Leon, we've had opportunities. We've had open receivers. We've had running lanes. This offense is not being stuffed by Bentonville West.
That's right. And BP makes a good point out there, Hornet fans. The offense is just making some mistakes when we need it the most. So these guys are executing, and it's not just Bentonville dominating like the score looks like. It's just we've helped out in this situation as well.
So once again, Lathan Boone, the senior quarterback for the Hornets, basically getting everybody lined up. He's got 3 wide receivers to the far side. Micah Tees is in motion here to the near side on the speed run. Here's an out route by Lathan Boone, but the pass is going to be incomplete. Intended for number 4 for the Hornets. We'll get an updated roster to know exactly who that young man is, Hornet fans. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the from the Hornet 44-yard line. 7 minutes, 43 seconds left before halftime. Byron Perry and Leon Skillings here for the opener of the 2022-2023 season. Lathan Boone once again swings it out to his right. Isaac Fain is going to have the catch. He's going to be brought down. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 yards. He's going to be credited for 3, Leon, and that play has been there all night also.
Yeah, but it look like they're not fooled on that bubble. One thing about that bubble is it can turn into something big or it can stifle you as well. So we probably need to look at something a little different right now.
3rd down and 7 for the Hornets. Looks like it's going to be a timeout by Bentonville West. So the Wolverines have called their first timeout. Leon, just looking at the plays we've run so far, we've given just a little bit of razzle-dazzle with the end around or the bubble reverse or the bubble handoff or things of that nature. But we seem to be pretty vanilla is what I'm saying. Doesn't seem like we've got into our bag a whole lot. Yes, we have a lot of speed and talent, but it looks like we're running our base stuff, and we've been effective with it.
And you know what? Maybe we want to just spoon feed it a little bit at a time. Like I said, week 0, the offense is always going to be behind the defense per se, and as we go along and you get the confidence and things get to build up. But you want to create that identity little by little. And like I said, that vanilla-ness, we definitely want to keep that out to play with, because we got to get an identity and we got to establish where we're going to be and what we're going to be good at.
I'll say it, Hornet fans, and this happens every year. We graduate a ton of talent. We always graduate guys that were huge playmakers for our team. But this is the team that's on the field this year. Those guys are gone. They're not putting on the orange and black anymore unless they're going down the road to Oklahoma State. But my thing is, I'm always impressed to see a team come out and at least be able to execute the stuff that you're running week 1, week 0. And that's what I like to see right now from the Hornets. Now it's all about kids making plays.
Most definitely.
All right, Hornet fans, 3rd down and 7. Boone has it. He looks to his right, steps up. He guns it to the sideline. Looks like the pass is going to be incomplete. He had a man over there with somewhat tight coverage, but the pass is going to go incomplete. Hornets look like they're going to bring the punt team out.
And when you get away from the running game, Byron, it looks like, like you said, the vanilla-ness comes out, the identity's not there, and you're just really out there just for the sake of it, and that's not good. So
that was a series where we didn't run the ball one time.
Yeah.
You're right about that. So once again, we've got a new place kicker and also our punter. He's in for his second punt of the year. Looking for the snap. The snap is back. We got to hold our breath. He gets the kick away. Decent punt. Going to be into Wolverine territory, and the ball's going to bounce. Bounce just out of bounds. I hate to give the pregnant pause right there, Hornet fans, but when you have a new punter, new kicker, the most important thing is catching the snap. It sounds basic, but you got to wonder about catching the snap.
Yeah. And, you know, on that snap, you got to get the guys out to practice, before practice. All that stuff is important, because if the snap's not right, everything else is just not going to be right about it.
So the Hornet defense has to take the field once again with 7 minutes and 3 seconds left before the half. The Hornets are down 14-0 to the Bentonville West Wolverines. Hornets start the season on the road. We're here in Bentonville, Arkansas, just across the state line with this interstate clash. Week 0, teams are in new uniforms and new helmets, trying to see what the season's going to be like. The Hornets working from a deficit. Bentonville West quarterback is in the shotgun. This time he gives to the running back, number 1, who tries to cut it up but doesn't get it, has to try to maneuver to the outside, and he's going to be taken down for a loss. We're getting upfield.
Definitely, and that's why they can't run the football, is because we're getting that penetration. So great job by the front four by Booker T right now. And another thing is the defensive coordinator for the Hornets is probably like, hey, guys, we're being and not breaking, but look, keep playing, because, you know, something's going to take here, and we look like we're going to make a play for the offense.
You got senior Amandre Tiger playing over the nose guard position. We go with really a 3-man front, and then we back it up with linebackers across. We'll talk about that some from a scheme standpoint, Skillins. But here's a quick run by Bentonville West. This time, number 1, Carson Morgan rips off a deep run for a first down for Bentonville West, and that was just an assignment thing. That's just, I mean, they just ran that up the gap. I mean, it's a Wolverine first down, Leon, but what I'm talking about, Amandre Tiger, that's just basically just whichever way he's going, keep letting him go that way, and the running back is running by him.
And Bentonville is doing what we were talking about earlier. They're keeping the time of possession in their control, because they see we're tired, so they're not allowing the defense to get out the field.
Quarterback for Bentonville West looks downfield, has a man, looks to the sideline, tight coverage over there by number 10, Eric Harris, a sophomore for the Hornets, running step for step with the wide receiver. Pass is incomplete. The Hornets are able to bring in some help along the defensive line. Number 54 now checking in. We are trying to recycle some guys along the defensive line to keep up that pressure you're talking about, Leon. 5 minutes, 54 seconds left in the half. Bentonville West has the ball at their 40-yard line. 18 seconds left on the play clock. Bunch formation of 3 wide receivers here to the near side for Bentonville West. Quarterback looks here to his right, has to step up with pressure. Several Hornets have a hold on to him. Doesn't have the quickest of feet, and he's brought down promptly. Looks like he might have fallen back to the line of scrimmage, Leon. So it's going to bring up third down and 10 for the Wolverines at their 40-yard line. We're getting good pressure up the field. Good defensive pressure in the front line.
Defense definitely keeping us in the ball game.
Clock still now running. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the half. The Hornets are trying to bow their necks once again to keep the Wolverines out of the end zone. Down 2 scores. West quarterback looks left, throws to the outside of the field. Had a man, but the ball goes through his hands. The ball's going to fall incomplete. Looks like the Wolverines are going to have to punt once again, Leon. Defense has stopped the drive. The Hornet defense has done what it's needed to do to keep Bentonville West from getting momentum. But as you have said on several occasions, we've got to reward those guys. We got to get them something.
And again, on the road, 2 hours away from the hive, again, defense is doing their thing.
Buxton back to punt. He gets it off. This is a booming kick. The returner for the Hornets is going to have to backpedal. He's able to get it. This is Micah Tees. He's able to break the tackle, but they're going to say that basically his bottom hit the ground, and he's going to be inside the 5-yard line. Number 30, Cole Edmondson on the tackle for Bentonville West. Basically, that's a play where Tees is just looking to make something happen. And the thing about it was, Leon, Bentonville West had a man right there that wrapped him up.
Man, when them antlers go up like Tees got him right now, you know, that's a huge attribute of a senior-led guy. You know, he looks at the scoreboard and saying, hey, I want to do something to make something happen, and that's what you get right there is a guy wanting to touch the rock and make something happen at all costs.
So the Hornets are going to be backed up. The ball's going to be at their 5-yard line. It's first down and 95 yards to get a score on the board for the Hornets before halftime. No way you want to go in at half down 2 scores and not having scored in the first half of football.
And we definitely want to be careful down here not to do anything crazy to give them a short field going into this half. So let's make it all count down here.
Boone fakes the give. Now he's trying to get outside. He's going to basically throw it away to keep from getting a safety. He had a wide receiver here on the near sideline, so he was definitely trying to throw the ball from Micah Tees, but he throws it out of bounds. He did get pressure after the initial fake handoff, but he did have a wide receiver down here. It's going to be over his head and uncatchable. There was a flag on the play, but it's being picked up. Coach Jonathan Brown has checked everything.
And it looks like it's against them, Bentonville.
It's a flag against Bentonville West. So the Hornets are going to be the beneficiary of 10 yards, moving the ball out to the 15-yard line for the Hornets. Now first down and 85 yards to go for the first score of the season. Boone slips it out here to the near side. Fain catches it. Good hands catch. Tries to work upfield. Tries to get a block from Micah Tees. He gets a few on the play. Going to be second down. Looks like Fain got about 7 yards on that pitch and catch, and that's exactly what it was, Leon, a little pitch and catch to the near side.
Yes, sir.
Lathan Boone waiting for the snap. 3 wide receivers to the far side. This time it's an inside give. Another quick run. Good hard yards in the middle of the field. Looks like it's going to be enough to move the chains for a Hornet first down. Nope. Looks like we're going to be a yard short. I'm in mid-season form thinking that the Hornets are getting first downs whenever we want them. Clock is running. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left in the half. Third down and 1 for the Hornets. Lathan Boone takes the snap. It's high. Still is able to get the handoff. The running back is able to get upfield and get a first down for the Hornets. Now the Hornets are on the move. Number 6, Kuron Ross. Once again, running hard in between the tackles for the Hornets. And that's a little luck right there, Leon, because the snap was high.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That could have, everything that could have went wrong, should have went wrong right there. But like you said, we got the luck of the draw there.
Boone looks to the far side, makes a pitch and catch out to that side. Number 4 makes a good catch, but immediately stepping up from being 8 yards off the ball is number 9, Josh Buxton for Bentonville West. So that basically, Hornet fans, what we're saying is the defensive backs for Bentonville West are sitting back 8 yards off the ball. If their wide receiver catches it, they're just coming up and making a good wrap-up tackle. Boone gets the snap, another high snap. This time he's going to keep it. No, throws it out to the right. Here's the Fain. Fain looks to turn the Jets on. He finds a seam and gets positive yardage. Going to be taken down by number 19 for the Wolverines. That's Ethan Grigg.
Look like we got a holding penalty on the play. We got hankies all over draped on the field right now.
We're waiting to see exactly what the call is. It was a fake the run and then throw out here to the near side.
Look like they're getting us for holding.
By the Hornets, but we're going to get holding on the wide receiver to this side. A little bit of razzle-dazzle execution by the Hornets to try to get the ball moving, but that time we got caught on the wrong side of it. So it's going to be second down and 7 on our 33-yard line. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left in the half. Boone gets the snap, fakes the give, throws the ball out to the right, a little bit high this time. Ball's going to fall incomplete. It was a forward pass. The wide receiver is moving a little bit forward on that.
So just to give the Hornet fans out there that's listening to us some visuals, you know, if you picture the New England Patriots when Gronk and those guys were playing, with the way Bentonville is playing us on defense, man, a tight end set would be good right about now to work these seams because they're giving us the seams all day long. If you look at what's going on out there, right now, the bubble that we're trying to get the ball out to, it's not working. And obviously, we're not sticking with the run game. It looks like if we could get a tight end involved, we might cause a wrinkle or two there.
Because the seams of the field, basically anything off the tackles on either side of the field, the near side or the wide side, that's the weakness of the defense.
And you can see it. Look at all of this real estate. The DBs are going to follow the receivers. The inside guys are out, man. If we could just sneak a tight end right up underneath here on these seams, man, we could make some things happen.
You got a free safety in the middle of the field. He's got to see the seams of both sides of the field. If he guesses wrong, they're toast. Boom, steps back, looks back. This time he's
him.
throwing it deep.
Oh,
got a man down the sideline, but the pass was a little bit short. Gonna be intercepted. That time, number 5, Nick Bell basically hauls in the interception. Boone was looking for number 3, Micah Tees, and on that one, Leon, the ball was just underthrown.
Yeah.
Ball was just underthrown. The thing about it was Tees was needing to move in the pocket. You know, the play is designed for him to step up and kind of fake the run, get the defensive backs to cheat by looking into the backfield, and then you've got a man streaking down the field. Tees was behind the defensive back, but there wasn't enough air up under the ball.
And as the season progresses, Tees and Boone will be like peanut butter and jelly on that. You know, it's week 0. They got to get their timing down and all that. But like I said, the ball was slightly underthrown, and when that happens, a lot of time a good DB just going to make a play like that.
Absolutely. So Bentonville West takes over from their 34-yard line. The field is relatively flipped. 3 minutes and 6 seconds left. Bentonville West, we'll see what their strategy is here. Quarterback takes the shotgun snap. He fakes it to the far side. This time he's going to throw it down the sideline to number 80, who makes a remarkable catch, defended well there by number 11, Seth White. But that's the air up under the ball we were just talking about, Leon. Their quarterback looked to his left, came back to his right, put just enough air up under the ball for his man to go up and make a play.
And then remember we talked about, too, if White could just peep up just a little bit. Now, I know he's not a college or NFL corner, but if he can learn just to peep back just a little bit, he would have been able to make a play on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Bentonville West is on the move. Here they give the ball to the inside to number 1. That's their haymaker running back, Carson Morgan. But once again, the Hornets are right there. The defensive line for the Hornets has stepped up tonight, Leon. I got to give them kudos in this first half. They've been getting upfield on every possession that Bentonville West has had the football.
And I think you said it too, Byron. Looks like Tiger is wreaking havoc in the middle right there. And when you can do that, that'll make a pocket collapse. And that's the quarterback's worst nightmares, when that pocket collapses from the inside.
Because there's people around his feet all the time.
Yes.
The clock is running, 2 minutes left in the half. Quarterback number 15 for Bentonville West gets the snap. Once again, he gives it to Carson Morgan, who barrels across the middle of the field. He gets positive yardage. It's still going to bring up 3rd down. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd down and 4. We're at the moment getting to the point now, Leon, where Bentonville West is going to have to make a decision. Are they going to continue running the ball and deal with the clock, or are they going to have to try to go to the air? The field is getting short, so if they're going to do it, you want to try to go up top now.
Yeah, that's right. I think the quarterback is going to try to survey the field and see what he can get out of this right now, like you said.
Once again, fakes an inside gift, throws an underneath pass to the fullback, gets a completion. Big guy, number 23, barreling out to the left sideline. Looks like he's going to have the ball inside the 15-yard line. It'll be good enough for a 1st down for the Wolverines. We've got 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Clock is still running with that play.
So you made another good point. You see what Bentonville did. They lined up in the old-fashioned I formation, snuck 23 in the fullback, snuck him up underneath, and look what happened. They got a big play out of that. So
number 23 is Harris Vinson. Quarterback looks over the middle of the field. Once again to Harris Vinson, who spins off of 2 Booker T. Washington Hornets. This time he's finally going to be pulled down inside the 5-yard line. So as we said, Bentonville West is going to have to make a decision. Were they going to run it or are they going to throw it? They're going ahead and giving the ball to their quarterback and letting him throw for it, Leon.
And it looks like the coach said, "Hey, we're gonna put the ball in your hands right now," and he's looked like he's in command of the offense.
If the scouting report was that Bentonville West was gonna run the ball, they knew that, and they're definitely throwing it. But now they're gonna try to run it. Carson Morgan up into the middle of the line, but he's wrapped up by a host of Hornets, and he may have gotten a yard, but he's not gonna be able to get into the end zone. Now we've got 30 seconds left and a timeout by Bentonville West.
Man, it would be nice if we could get these guys not to get anything down here, but it's tough every time you get in that red zone, man. There's some dog fights going on down there, and then Bentonville been down here a lot in the Hornets of hell, so hopefully we can hold again.
The Hornet defense has held on 2 occasions in this first half. 2 situations where Bentonville West get the ball deep into their territory, and the defense was able to hold up. We need to see it again, because now you run into a situation, Leon, we got 30 seconds left before halftime. You're down 2 scores. You know, this has been a game, being week 0, we haven't seen any explosive plays per se. You know, every drive has been a time-consuming drive by both teams. So you're running out of the opportunity time in order to come back. You don't want to have to be coming back from 3 touchdowns down.
And then you make another good point. Right now, the scouting report is going to be, after this night, if we don't find nobody other than Michael Tees, they're going to be like, hey, Booker T don't have nothing.
And they're going to roll everybody and their grandma to Tees and make somebody else try to beat you.
So we got to find another playmaker tonight if it's going to help us go into week 1 and beyond, because you know, like I know, when you get the scouting report on Booker T, everybody's going to pass it on.
Absolutely. So here we got 2nd down and 5. Bentonville West, man in motion to the near side. Quarterback looks back. He guns it into the slant pass to number 80, and it's complete. Touchdown, Bentonville West.
What you just say, the slant route, boy, that's the toughest route to defend on any level, right?
And he didn't have to body to get it. He just basically pushed upfield and turned his shoulders toward the post, which a lot of people say the post, and that's where he ran to. He ran to the goal post.
Great play call right there, right?
Great play call, and the quarterback basically put it on his gut. He's either going to get the wind knocked out of him or he's going to catch it. That's what it is.
And that's all it is right there. So, you know, and to have the guts to call it down there right there.
Absolutely.
So that was a great call.
Absolutely.
And great play by Bentonville.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. Bentonville West is accurate on the extra point with 28 seconds left in the half. It's a shocker, Hornet fans. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets are currently getting blanked by the Bentonville West Wolverines. The score is not indicative of how the Hornets have played. The score is more about Bentonville West coming out and being exacting in their execution, Leon. We've played against an offense tonight that has been the opposite of what they were sold to be. We were told that this was a running between the tackles, you know, make you like it type of team. And this quarterback has come out and said, no, I'm the man. I'm the man. Give me the pill, coach.
And if any of the scouts is out here early watching, whether it be on TV or whatever, they're impressed by this because, like you said, this is a run-first team, and they come out here and dictate to how they want to play against a team like Booker T. Washington High School. Hey, that's pretty impressive.
Bentonville West is set to kick off. Looks like the Hornets are going to have the ball with seconds left. So we're going to talk about here in a minute, Leon. Well, we'll talk about it now. We're going to get the ball back with 28 seconds left. You're the offensive coordinator. What are you trying to think of as strategy right now?
Right now, we just need to go in the half and say, you know what, guys, we got to execute. And we got to keep our heads up right now. Being down 21 on the road, the coaches got to go into the locker room and say, hey, guys, keep your heads in this game because we can't lose you right now. We got another half to play out here.
Are you trying to get something right here on this drive? Are you going to
I'm going to take it on in.
You're going to take it on in. Because my question was, are you going to try to run something specific, maybe a route, a formation in preparation for the second half?
Let's go on and kneel on it.
Kneel on it and get on in and talk about
it. Let's talk about it.
All right. So we're going to see exactly what the Hornets are doing here.
And that's not indicative of giving up. It's just like we got to go in and we got to find.
You got 30 minutes. You got 24 minutes of football left.
Because, hey, you throw something down there and you throw another chin, what's the risk, remember?
Absolutely.
An interception, fumble, or a sack. So you might want to just.
Absolutely. So Lathan Boone from deep in his territory at the 18-yard line takes a snap. Lots of high snaps. He swings it out. Tees has it. Looks for a seam. Gets to the outside. He's going to be able to stiff arm a Wolverine, but he gets out of bounds.
And then another thing, in that shotgun formation like that, you run the risk too with them high snaps as well. So you're giving up a lot of stuff there. So.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things we're going to have to work on is the snap because a lot of these snaps have been high. I haven't seen so much from the Bentonville West nose guard applying pressure right up the middle. It just seems as though we've been a little bit skittish about how we're snapping the ball. Here's another high snap. Boone is able to swing it out to Tees, but everything is thrown off because the snap is high. I mean, when the snap comes high like that, the footwork that Lathan Boone needs to have is thrown off, and everything. It's a rhythm to it.
The timing is gone. Like you said, it's all messed up. So when that's happening frequently, you might want to consider getting up under the center.
Absolutely. So once again, Lathan Boone with 18 seconds left. Still looking to try to get some points on the board for the Hornets. This snap was okay. Here's an inside give to Ross. Ross is running hard, and he's been running hard all night long. He's going to get going to be close to first down yardage, but it looks like we're going to have the first half clock wind down. Clock down to 3, 2, and that's the end of the first half. So your Booker T. Washington Hornets are going into halftime of week 0, game number 1, down 3 scores to the Bentonville West Wolverines. As we've said, the Hornets have come out and done a lot of things good this evening. It's just a matter of execution by some individuals. It looks as though our strategy is exactly what we needed to be. We've had wide receivers open. We've had running backs that are able to hit seams. It's just a matter of doing everything that we need to do to put the ball in the end zone, Leon.
And if I'm Coach Brown, that's what I'm going in to talk about, guys. We got to minimize the mistakes. I mean, we're not playing bad football. We're not playing Hornet ball, but we're in this game. So when we come out here this second half, we got to get a 3 and out, because I think, did we get the ball first?
Yes, we got the ball first, so we're kicking off.
Yeah, so we're going to have to come out here and get a 3 and out, and the offense is going to have to put on a show coming out here, because we got to get something going.
Well, Hornet fans, we are here all season long to bring you Booker T. Washington football. We are so very happy to be here doing this. Tonight, we start off on the road. We weren't on the road with you last year, Hornet fans. I'm up in the booth with Leon Skillings, and we got some special games for you this year. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about it right now. The Northside Classic is back. Hornet fan, it's back.
I'm glad you brought that up.
We got a Saturday afternoon slobber knocker. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets are going to go head-to-head a few miles down Peoria at Melvin Driver Stadium, and they're going to take on the Tulsa School for Science and Technology. There is the McLean, the Scots. They play the Scots. You know, I know the mascot may have changed, but the colors have stayed the same. We are going to enjoy that Saturday after. I didn't even make a tee time for that one, Leon. I'm not even playing golf on that Saturday. I'm going to be in the booth.
I can't blame you. So remember what you just said. The Booker T. and McLean game is back. Hey, can we give you guys a little bit of history? You know, we know you guys hear about the Jinx and the Union game, the Bigsby and the Wasso game, but there is nothing like the Booker T. and McLean game. Listen, you all, it shuts down Bible studies. It shuts down choir practices. It shuts down Farley's Cleaners. It shuts down everything in North Tulsa. So we're excited that this game is back on the schedule, and we want you guys to come out and remember how it used to be in Flood, North Tulsa, with your support.
So that game, I need to check the exact date. I believe it's September the 10th, but I can tell you right now, you got your Booker T. Washington Hornets, like I said, headed north to Melvin Driver Stadium. That's September 10th. That's a Saturday. That's Booker T. versus McLean at McLean. That is going to be, I mean, it's just a game. It's going to be so much fun, Leon, and it's one of the reasons I'm so happy to have you here in the booth with me this year. The reminiscing that we will obviously do of those games against those teams. I mean, one of the things about the Booker T. McLean game is you came out onto the field and you looked into the eyes of guys that you not only knew them, you grew up with them. You played with them.
Yes,
you know, they know your moms and your dads, and they're going to talk about you. They're going to give it to you. I mean, you spent the night over their houses. You know, you dated their sister, you know, and now you are mortal enemies. And it was on. It was on. It was on. I mean, I still have a problem walking into the McLean gym.
look, you bleed the orange and black is what you're telling me. You know, that rivalry right there, it runs deep. Like you said, I remember the times when we would play that thing and all you would hear was the bands from both sides cracking and the dance ensembles cracking on both sides. So to bring this game back, man, it would be so good, again, for you fans on both sides to come out and support your team and to bring your towel out there and to give it up for your team. It's going to be fun. Like Coach said, Saturday is going down September the 10th.
Come to the game. Bring your phone. Queue up the YouTube. We're going to have great times in the booth. I'm definitely looking forward to having, you know, some of my counterparts from McLean to come up and reminisce a little bit. We're going to call the game. We're going to definitely be rooting for a Booker T victory. But to play the game, the Northside Classic, which has been on hiatus for a number of years, is going to be a special event. I know the bands are going to be up and ready to go. It's going to be special. But besides that, in district play, we've got Sand Springs. We've got Sapulpa. We got Stillwater. You know, one of the things about District 6A2, and we'll get into this a little bit, Leon, is that the Hornets are, in my just brief analysis, Booker T is the only team in the district that's returning a signal caller that's an experienced guy. Just about every one of the other marquee teams are having a new guy start at quarterback. Now, the names are the same. There's still a Gundy that's going to be the quarterback in Stillwater. There's still going to be the Sand Springs quarterback. I believe he's the younger brother of a guy that's played there, or a guy that played with the guy that's there. But you've got new signal callers for a lot of the teams that we're going to face in the district, but around them, they still got good teams. It's going to, and it's wide open. District 682 is wide open. It's going to be an interesting season this year.
It really is. And like I said, all the teams are motivated, not just Booker T. Everybody in that district is excited about Bigsby being gone. And they're telling everybody, look, it's wide open. Let's go get it. And so Booker T, it's not going to be a cakewalk, and we see that tonight.
So, Hornet fans, we're here all season long. We've got halftime right now. Byron Perry, Leon Skillings. We're going to take a little bit of a break. Got about 14 minutes before the second half starts. We'll be right back with the second half of Booker T. Washington football.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Midnight Regiment Halftime Show. The Bentonville West Midnight Regiment has earned numerous awards and accomplishments, including state runner-up in 2017, 7A bronze medal in 2020, and 6 consecutive Division I superior ratings. Our band program serves over 170 students in concert band, percussion ensemble, color guard, and jazz band. The Midnight Regiment would like to thank the Wolverine Band Boosters for their continued support of our band program. It is the hard work and dedication of our incredible band parents that allows us to continue to achieve our goal of enriching students through music and performance. If you have an opportunity after our performance, please visit the concession stand and show your support for the Midnight Regiment. We would also like to thank Bentonville Schools, the Bentonville West High School administration, and the community for all your continued support. Tonight, we continue our tradition of excellence as we present a portion of our 2022 program entitled Remix. Our program will feature reimagined works by Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, Mozart, and more. Joining us from Centerton, Arkansas, please welcome to the field the Bentonville West High School Midnight Regiment. Bentonville West show is entitled Remix and features musical selections Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven, and Piano Concerto No. 1 by Tchaikovsky. Bentonville Schools is proud to present in halftime performance drum majors Mackenzie Schofield, Mia Taranis, Hannah Patterson, and Kaylee Hilliard and the Bentonville West Midnight Regiment. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bentonville West Midnight Regiment. The band is under the direction of Albert Ortiz with assistance from Caitlin Berry, Kevin Hume, Ryan Miller, Derek Koenig, Isabel Pennant, Jessica Ortiz, and Lauren Sloan. Let's hear it one more time for the Bentonville West Midnight Regiment!
All right.
Push out of bounds.
All right, Hornet fans, we had some technical difficulties, but we just had the opening kickoff to start the second half. Bentonville West has received, and they have the ball. They're going to be scrimmaging from their 29-yard line. They've got a 21-0 lead over your Booker T. Washington Hornets. But as Mr. Skillings and I were just talking about, you know, it's really now about individual execution. Individual execution. We've got to have players just step up and make plays in the moment. We're playing Bentonville West. It plays in the largest classification over here in Arkansas. And, you know, to a man, we're right there. We just got to step up and make individual plays. So the quarterback takes a snap. He runs the RPO, gives the ball once again to number 1, Carson Morgan. He gets a few yards, but he's wrapped up there in the interior of the defensive line by the Hornets. And, Leon, just tell me what, if it's you, what did you say at halftime to the squad?
Man, I tell the guys, hey, we got to cut the mistakes down. We're killing ourselves. It's not Bentonville, it's us. And to settle down, and when we get in the third down situation, we got to capitalize right there. So that's where we got to keep those drives going on third downs.
4 wide receivers for the Wolverines. Here's a swing pass out to the right side. The ball is incomplete. Looks like
nice play.
Looked like the Hornet defender over there, number 11, Seth White, jumped it. Basically, almost was able to get his hand on it. Good eye recognition and recognition of what the play was. He was right there to make a play on the football, not make the tackle, but to make a play on the football.
And that's when you were talking about reference to that speed, man. Did you see how quick he got up there and made a play like that? So that was impressive by Seth White.
3rd down and 7 for the Wolverines. Quarterback steps up into the pocket, looking to the near side, throws it deep down the sideline. The pass is going to be complete, but I don't know if he got a foot down. He did not. Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 80 for the Wolverines, who has had a big reception in the first half. That's Jackson Bruce, a 5'10", 160-pound junior. He was able to come down with it, but Bruce caught it out of bounds. Going to be 4th down for the Wolverines. And, Leon, you predicted it. Start the second half with a 3-and-out. You set the table.
Man, now it's time for the offense to come out and show us some love and get in this end zone.
Back deep for the Hornets is Micah Tees, the University of Arkansas commit. The punt's going to be short, telling everybody to basically stay away from the ball. The Wolverines are going to down it. The Hornets are going to get the ball in their territory at approximately the 32-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10. It's time now for the Hornets to find some kind of way to get into the end zone, Leon. I don't care how you do it at this point. You just got to get in the pay dirt.
It's time. It's time.
So the senior, Lathan Boone, brings the Hornets out. They're going to have 4 wide receivers. The Arkansas commit, Micah Tees, is now in the slot to the far side. That's a change from being out wide. Boone takes the snap, fakes the give. He gives it. Once again, Ross gets it in the interior of the field. He's held up, and the whistle is going to blow. He may have gotten 1 or 2 yards. Now, I've already picked up on something. Miles Tees has moved to the slot, Leon. We talked about the inside seams that were open all night long. We already seeded Bentonville West is shadowing Miles Tees on the outside by sliding a safety over the top. So maybe the Hornets coaching staff is looking for the final way to get the ball in Tees' hands.
Yes. Great observation right there. Move Tees around. Don't make it easy for the defense.
Boone rolls out to his right, looking to throw. He finally makes the throw. The pass is over to the sideline. It's intercepted by Bentonville West, but it was out of bounds. The defensive back couldn't make the circus catch over there on the boundary. Not sure exactly where Boone was throwing the ball. I know he had some wide receivers that were running to that side of the field, but not exactly sure what he was trying to do. The one thing you don't want to do right now, Leon, is force any throws.
Man, and you just make another good point. You got to stay the course here, and you still got to settle down because the clock is getting away from us. We can't just call a play to be calling it right now. The clock is not working against us. It's not in our favor, so everything can. Oh, man.
3rd down and 8. Boone steps up to throw here to the near side, but he's hit when he was thrown.
And he's getting up slow.
Wasn't able to set his feet. Got hit on his right-handed side. You could tell that he took a good shot to his back because the ball came out extremely hot. Incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down for the Hornets, so they're going to have to punt. Once again, bringing a new punter into the game for the Hornets. New punter, new place kicker who's had a field goal attempt blocked early in the first half. So the offensive line is going to have to be very, very diligent about picking out where the rush is coming from and making a block. The snap was low, but the punter gets it off. The ball's going to bounce and take a Hornet bounce. Looked like it might have been touched by a Wolverine, but it was not. The Hornets are going to down the ball deep in Bentonville West territory. The Wolverines are going to scrimmage from the 17-yard line. I thought it might have hit a guy, Leon, but looks like it didn't. He was able to get away from it. That's one of those plays where if you're not going to catch the punt, get away from it.
Peter, you know that. Get away.
You never had a teammate named Peter. You know that?
Right.
Because if you did, if you did, everybody's, why they always call him Peter's name?
Exactly. Man, one thing the Hornets got to be careful of right now, you can kind of look at the posture as if they're trying to drop their heads down. Still a lot of football left. We just got to stay focused and we got to execute.
There's no play that scores 21 points. There's no play. Even in basketball, it's not enough threes that you can get 21 points back. Here's a crossing route by the Wolverines to number 80, who's got quick feet. He catches it. He's able to get to the corner, beats the Hornet defense. Now, here's a strategic thing, Leon. We've got our corners rolled up tight, but we're pressing our coverage. Corners are up tight, so what Bentonville West is doing, they're running people on the underneath the crossing routes. The K-State specials is what I call them. You basically accept that the defensive backs of the other team are fast, but you're running underneath. You're getting across those linebackers' faces. They started it in the second quarter, and they seem to be doing it again. It's a way for them to get chunk yardage without having to make deep throws.
So one thing about a Coach Brown-led defense is, you know, one of his philosophies is they're going to play man coverage all night long. Now, nothing wrong with that, but this is the disadvantage of it, like you said. When you have a good quarterback like the Bentonville quarterback, when he sees numbers, oh, man, that means he can run the ball. And then if you get beaten, man, that lets me know somebody else is on. So you got to be stellar and you got to be tough up front if you're going to play that coverage all night long.
So here's the punt fake. He's looking to the far side. He's got a man down the sideline, but he's not open. Good tight coverage. There's that man coverage you talked about, Leon. Micah T, step for step. Actually, he had a better break on the ball than the wide receiver did. Now, the Bentonville West quarterback, he's not he's looking at Micah T and saying, you don't own that side of the field. I will throw at you. Once again, quick timing snap. Bentonville West is going to run it with big number 1, Carson Morgan. But once again, the Booker T. Washington defensive line is right there. They're getting a yard up the field. They're reading. They're not letting Bentonville basically get the running game just started. They're not letting them run it down their throat.
Again, that Hornet defense is stout. They're determined, and you're getting guys to the football. So, again, if we can get any kind of help from that offense, man, that'll reward the defense, and momentum can shift right then and there.
Here's where you got to get off the field. It's 3rd down and 4, 9 minutes and 28 seconds just inside the third quarter. Bentonville West takes the snap. He fakes the give, but throws it underneath to the fullback. Once again, the fullback has it. He breaks to the sidelines. He's finally gang tackled, but not before he gets a first down. So Bentonville West is going to basically make it to midfield. Look like he was knocked out at about the 50-yard line. But once again, Leon, it's that formation and that strategy of I'll run you off and throw underneath. And I'm throwing the routes that are an easy pitch and catch.
And you got to give the Bentonville offensive line some props, too, because their quarterback sitting back there just picking and choosing and just having his way right now, and you can see it.
Bentonville West puts a man in motion. Quarterback looking to throw once again. Able to complete into the middle of the field. The pass is complete. Looks like he's got about 7 yards on that pitch and catch. Once again, the pass is complete to number 80 for Bentonville West, who has a touchdown on the night. That's Jackson Brust. Wide receiver at 5'10". Looks like Bentonville West is intent on trying to put more points on the board. And 3 wide receivers to the far side.
And it looks like Bentonville is settled down and the clock is going in their favor, so they're just taking their sweet little time right now, milking the clock, not in a hurry, and just making little small plays. Remember when we talked about that 3-3, and then you got that 1. So it looked like Bentonville is buying into that because every time I look up, the chains are moving and the clock is still ticking.
They throw the out route to get the first down. So now Bentonville West is at the Hornet 42-yard line. First down. Quarterback looking to throw again. Throws the same. Sam Bradley throws the same out route here to the near side of the field. They obviously found something, Leon, that they feel like the cushion is over here. The quarterback, like you said, has enough time. He's got nobody around his feet. He can basically take the snap, 2-3 set drop, step up, and throw an out route. they're going to force the Hornets to make an adjustment, and then they're going to adjust to that adjustment.
And then right now they see here the Hornets are tired, and so guess what? Their philosophy is keep the defense on the field by keeping the possessions going and not letting people get out the field. So great strategy by the offensive coordinator for Bentonville right now.
Bentonville West, one running back into the backfield. They're in the pistol formation. Quarterback has 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. He steps back, looks up. This time he's going to have to step up. He's rushed. He guns it down the field, has a wide receiver. That was the running back on the wheel post, the real wheel fly route. That was Carson Morgan, who came from the running back position, snuck out of the backfield. The Hornets did have a linebacker that spied him, but he was behind the defense right there, Leon. I mean, you've got 3 wide to the far side, and that's the wide side of the field. A good progressive play right there where the guy that's the furthest from the ball was the guy deepest to try to receive the ball.
And again, a good point you make. That time they used one as a decoy because he's been so attentive into the offense, and this time they snuck it behind there, and if the guy would have made a play, then that would have been a big play on up.
They put one in motion. Look again here to the near side. Here's another gun ball to the sideline. Looks like the receiver is able to make the catch, but we've got a flag on the play. We're waiting to get everything sorted out. Not sure if the pass was complete, and we're waiting. Jackson Bruss did make the catch, but it looks like the officials are still at the line of scrimmage. The ball was at the Hornet 42-yard line. Looks like this penalty is going to go against the Wolverines, and they're walking them back.
It looked like it was face mask.
So it's going to be a 15-yard infraction against Bentonville West. It's going to back them up. Hopefully this slows down the drive, Leon. It's going to make it 3rd down and 25. It flipped the field. They went from the Hornet 42. Now they're back to their 43. Bentonville West is going to have to basically try to complete something long or something underneath and run for it.
And again, the Hornets are not out of this ball game, even though the score is 21-0. There's a lot of things that's going against us. If we can just cut down on these mistakes and make some big plays here and there, we're right back in this.
So here's something, Leon, that could come back to be monumental. Bentonville West takes a timeout. I mean, you're taking a timeout on prior to a 3rd and 25 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. You know, if the Hornets are able to start mounting a furious rally, that's a timeout that Bentonville West has already used.
That's right.
So either they're trying to make a decision right here of what they want to do. Are they going to run a play to try to get this first down? We've already seen them get into their bag running a double reverse pass early. You know, do they feel like this is a critical possession where they've got to get a first down here?
I really do think that they feel like they need this possession to put the game away. You know, and that's what the coaches is over there talking to the guys now. It's like, it looks like they want to put 2 plays together. That's how bad they want to get this first down, is that they know if they can get this, then it might be we can put these other guys in and get them some reps.
Because time is not in the Hornets' favor right now.
Especially with our offense, like the way we haven't established any type of identity. So, again, we don't know what we can do, and you just said the clock is just ticking away on us.
So Bentonville West taking as much time as allotted on this timeout. We're early or midway through the 3rd quarter. 7 minutes and 51 seconds left. This is the Week 0 contest between your Booker T. Washington Hornets and the Bentonville West Wolverines here in Bentonville, Arkansas.
And you know, like I know, anytime the Hornets, we're the measuring stick for anybody, even coming to Arkansas. So their coaches is having the thrill of trying to run the score up on us.
Here's the snap. They're going to go ahead and run it to Carson Morgan. So Bentonville West makes the decision that, you know, nothing was really there. Booker T had rolled everybody back. They were basically playing the sticks. They get positive yardage, but nowhere near getting enough for the first down. So it's going to be 4th and 18 from their side of the 50. Once again, Bentonville West is going to punt. You have an opportunity here where, and Leon, this is how I look at it. If this punter says, hey, I'm trying to kick it as deep as I can, he may outkick the coverage right here. This is a situation, if you can field it clean, set up your punt return, you've got an opportunity. Here's a deep kick, just as I said. Miles Tees is going to fair catch it. Had an opportunity, but he fair catches it. He's at around, it's going to be a fair catch at the 12-yard line. So the Hornets are going to have a lot of field to navigate, to matriculate in order to get into the end zone. So everything is set, Leon. I mean, it's time to get into the end zone. You got the Hornets coming into week 0 against Bentonville West. Hornet fans, school, this is the first week of full classes for the Hornets. So you've got the Hornets just finishing up their first week inside the Hive. We've got Lathan Boone in the pistol formation with 1 back, 4 wide receivers. He takes a snap, swings it out to his right. Tease has it, trying to get to the edge. So Hornet fans, Tease and Fane have switched positions. Fane is now the split out wide receiver. Tease is the inside or the slot man, and we've got Tease who's down. He's slow to get up.
Yeah, that's not a good thing when your playmaker's down. Everybody's gasping.
Looks like, I don't know if he's favoring a knee or an ankle, but he's down. He appears to be in some pain.
Yes. Hitting the turf.
Micah Tease is a University of Arkansas commit and somebody that for the Hornets we've been looking for him to have a breakout year. This is a young man that has provided a spark for this team and provided a lot of offense behind some stellar names like Gentry Williams and Jordan Drew. And so we've all been looking for this to be Mr. Tease's year. We look for him to be able to bounce back and pop up here in just a minute or two, take a little bit of time and get back out there and do what he needs to do. But, Leon, you talked about it in the first half. One of the things that this team had to do tonight was to find out who that next guy was. And now, by omission, that time is here.
That's it. You know, it's unfortunately in football, it's the next man up mentality because it's such a gladiator sport that, you know, at any given time a player can get hurt. So it's like, hey, next man up. So let's see what the Hornets got when Micah Tease goes down and see if we can continue to keep this offense going because we're going to need something right now. We got to get on the board. We definitely don't want to leave out of Bentonville with nothing on the board. You know, it's nothing like getting goose egg.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it doesn't look too good right now, Hornet fans. Micah Tease is not at the moment being able to put any weight on that leg. I think it's the left leg that's bothering. Looks like he's got himself spatted and taped up pretty high anyway. So he may have come into this game with a little bit of an ankle issue already, but he's being helped off the field. So now, Hornet fans, it's given the opportunity for several guys to come in here and step up. And really and truly, nobody needs to go out there and be Micah Tease, Leon. Yeah. You just got to go and run your route, catch the ball, and get what you can get. So Lathan Boone in the pistol formation. Going to take the snap. Another high one. Looks over here to his left. Throws the out route to Fane, but he's a little long on that throw. Pass is going to be incomplete. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Hornets. And we've got another stoppage in play. Hornet fans think we may have another player that's down. Looks like number 54 is injured, one of our big offensive linemen. He's having a little bit of trouble getting to his feet. The training staff is once again going to have to go to work and see exactly what's going on. Don't know whether or not this is a cramp. It's not a very hot night, but it's warm. It's summer. It's still summer. We've got some guys that have been going through fall camp, finished up summer pride, you know, but it's still football. It's still kind of warm. It's good pad popping weather,
yes, sir.
But it does take its toll. We've had a number of guys, as you said earlier, Leon, that go both ways. I mean, playing Ironman football where they're working on both sides of the ball. So that does take its toll.
And then, you know, like you said, and then on that turf, it's 10 to 15 degrees hotter down there, too. So them athletes have some extreme conditions that they have to deal with. So, thankfully, 54 got up, and he's running out to the side.
Could have just been a cramp. May need to get a little water. May need to get a little electrolytes into his system. But he's back up. So, it's 3rd and 6 for the Hornets. You're in a situation now, Leon, and as an analyst of the game, you know, I like to see execution when you don't have your best guys in the game. Now it's about the teaching and the development of your team outside of those guys that you say, okay, he's a playmaker. Now it's about running good routes and getting open.
And for that guy who's always telling coach, let me get in, so it's his opportunity to shine.
So here's a quick pass by Tease. The pass is complete. But what I like about that, it was a short gain, but the wide receiver was able to catch it in his hands, make a completion. He's close to the first down. Actually, it is a first down for the Hornets. So right now you pick up a first down. Everything looked the darkest with T's going out, but we picked up a first down. Leon. But we've got a little issues with the player's helmet that was able to make the reception. That's number 4. The roster we have, we've got the incorrect name for number 4. So he's having some issues with his headgear is what I saw. So once again, Coach Jonathan Brown is going to go out and see what we got. We've got the training staff coming out.
And again, with Michael Tees being on the sideline, being attended to, like you said, this builds that character too. So we're going to see what the Hornets are made of too, if these guys are ready to step up or are they just bluffing when they're on the sideline. So it should be, again, that next man up mentality.
I mean, the way the game of football is played today, Leon, when you're going 3 wide, 4 wide, sometimes 5 wide, you run a lot of plays and give people the opportunities to catch the football. So it's just a matter of who's playing the X, the Y, and the Z coming into the game and basically, running the route tree that's in front of them to basically go out and catch the football. I mean, Bentonville West is giving them space. We've identified that. Nobody is coming up laying wood from Bentonville West. They're letting you run your routes. You just have to come off the ball hard, get your depth, make your turn, swing your head around, catch the ball with your hands, bring it to your body.
That's it.
That's all you got to do.
Trust your instincts.
Lathan Boone is putting the ball on wide receivers' hands and bodies. It's just a matter of continuing to do it. Here's an inside give. Nope, Boone keeps it. Basically, he's running the RPO, tries to run to the right side. Lots of pursuit there, so he's not going to be able to get any positive yardage. Boone's going to be taken down. Going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. We've got a good sign. I do believe I see Micah Tees has gotten, looks like the ankle retaped. He looks to be, from the standpoint of the way he's handling himself on the sideline, looks like he's trying to return to the game. So Lathan Boone this time is going to be able to give the inside give. Here's a nice run into the middle of the field. I think that's once again number 6, Karan Ross.
And the thing about Ross is when he gets the ball in the chunk, he's getting 6 and 7 yards. I'm betting he's averaging about 5 yards a carry. So get a ball to the young man.
Basically, the Hornets are using the zone read to get positive yards. This time he's going to be snuffed in the backfield. No, he gets out of it, gets to the outside, able to make several people miss. And once again, Karan Ross with positive yards for the Hornets. The Hornets on the move.
Yes, sir.
So here the Hornets are putting together a drive on the ground and in the air. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from their 42-yard line. Lathan Boone has 3 wide receivers here to the near side, the wide side of the field. Boone takes the snap, good snap. He's looking downfield, steps up, doesn't have anything. Now has a man into the secondary. The pass is up, and he just stopped running on it and is unable to make the catch. Once again, that's number 14, Brandon Barkey. And that's one of those, I don't know if you want to call it a broken play, right, Leon, but it's what the offense is. You run a route, you come back to the ball when the quarterback starts scrambling, but when the defensive back looks into the backfield, you just get behind him. It's like the give and go in basketball. It's always there.
And I think 14 just got to stay with that play and keep it alive because he was wide open if he didn't give up on it too early right there.
Got his feet twisted up underneath him. 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. Lathan Boone takes the snap, reads it, gives the ball inside to the running back. Here's number 30.
There it is, the running game.
He might have a lane, but the safety is able to take him down. That's number 30 for the Hornets. For the first time tonight, that's Aiden Walker, the senior, into the backfield. The big chunk play the Hornets have been looking for all night. They've used Karan Ross to soften them up, and Aiden Walker runs hard. 1st down, Hornets.
Can't get excited down here, though, after a big chunk like that. You can't give it back.
So a big run by the Hornets puts them deeper into Wolverine territory, but it looks like we're going to have an illegal motion, offsides by the Hornets. It's going to back them up. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Micah Tees has come back into the game, Hornet fans. So the Hornets are at full strength offensively. Aiden Walker has come into the game to spell Karan Ross at running back and giving the Hornets a spark. Hopefully we can ignite the flame that gets us into the end zone and makes this a game.
That's it.
4 wide receivers for the Hornets. Lathan Boone in the pistol, takes the snap, read option, running to his left, looks to have a seam, gets some positive yards. The Wolverines are trying to strip the ball from him, but he uses that as leverage to fall forward. Going to be a pretty big gain for the Hornets. Going to bring up after the penalty on first down for the illegal formation. The Hornets pick up good yardage. Going to be 2nd and 7 for the Hornets. Now they've got, once again, the pistol formation, 3 wide receivers to the far side.
Got to pick it up some, Hornets.
Boone surveying the defense in the pistol. Play clock is at 10 seconds. Boone has the snap, looking left. Now he steps up, has a rush, gonna run it. No, he's got a man in the middle of the field, throws it behind him. Isaac Fain was wide open, Hornet fans. And there, Leon, that's what you're talking about. The middle of the field has been open all night because the Wolverine safety, although he's starting in the middle of the field, he's shadowing, he's cheating to wherever the wide receivers are at the snap of the ball. I mean, his eyes are always going to wherever there are 3 guys or wherever Tease is, if Tease is all alone. So the middle of the field is there for the taking by the Hornets. We've just got to settle in and make a good pitch and catch to the middle of the field. 3rd and 7 at the 27-yard line. Boone takes a snap. Once again, looking into the middle field. He has a man right off the hands. Isaac Fain just can't pull it in. That's where you got to sacrifice your body. You got to go ahead and lay out, Leon.
He had the separation there.
But once again, the middle of the field is open, like you've been talking, all night. Fain was able to get behind the defense and running down the seam. Was definitely open there. Lathan Boone basically threw it up, but took something off of it. It was just a step early for Fain to get up under. And Fain is fleet of foot. He can run.
Here it is. We got a big 4th down right here.
4th down and 7 for the Hornets from the 27-yard line. Boone gets the snap. He's looking back. He doesn't have anything. He's scrambling for his life. This time he tries to throw it. He's got Aiden Walker open, who's caught it. Looks like he's going to be.
The ball is down. It dropped it.
Oh, Aiden Walker juggled it, could not complete the catch. He basically, he needed to have to run for it to get to the first down, was trying to make a great play, but he ends up bobbling and dropping it. Would have had enough for the first down had he been able to bring it in, but the officials say the pass is incomplete. Wow, Lathan Boone, I mean, that was a hell of an effort just to get the pass off, Leon.
Man, right now Boone is scrambling and making things happen, and right now we're just not getting to complete these drives, and it's killing us when we need it the most.
3 minutes, 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The Bentonville West Wolverines are now coming to the field. Now, they've been throwing the ball all night. Are they going to try to start grinding it out to finish it out?
I think they're going to keep it on the ground.
They're going to muster up in the pistol formation. We're anticipating a run here. RPO, quarterback does give it, but scrambling for anything he can get, and the Hornets rally to the ball quickly and take down Carson Morgan. No gain on the play. Is Morgan slow to get up, Leon? I mean, he was hit by several guys, and he's not getting up. So the leading player for this Bentonville West Wolverines team, Carson Morgan, number 1, is injured after an RPO give there on first down. Wasn't able to pick up any yards. And, it's one of those things, Leon, where they've never really solidified their run game. This is what we thought they would be, but all night long, Booker T has been able to get upfield, take away lanes. Yeah, Morgan has made some runs, but it's not like they've been able to say, we can run it down your throat.
And I like that game plan, that wrinkle that they throw in there. Can you imagine the Hornets watching film and practicing run first, and then you come out here and they doing the opposite, and you're not prepared for that? So, that's a great wrinkle that Bentonville put into the little game plan, is that they knew that the Hornets were going to play them as run first, and they come out doing something different.
And number 15, Jake Casey for Bentonville West. Don't have a lot of information about him as a quarterback, but he's been solid tonight, Leon. He's made some clutch throws. He's, the touchdown, the post that they threw before the half, I mean, it was right on the receiver. So he's made the plays at the quarterback position that you would think that a guy should be able to make at this level.
That's right.
But he's kept Booker T honest defensively.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good thing when you got a quarterback that can make a defense play honest. Man, you got a pretty good thing going there. And week 0 is that too?
Bentonville West has been solid. Their offensive line has been good enough. They've made some plays to keep Hornets away from his feet, but they haven't been able to just get the running game just rocking and rolling. So now Bentonville West has got number 21, Aiden Honeycutt, in at running back. Quarterback takes the snap, throws to the far side, the quick bubble screen. The pass is complete. He gets to the edge, spins off of a Hornet, and basically gets across midfield. He's finally hit hard in the secondary and taken down by a Hornet. Looks like number 21 for the Hornets on the tackle along with Micah Tees, but first down for Bentonville West, and that's just a situation, Leon. We haven't seen the bubble screen be effective for either team all night until just then. First down for Bentonville West. They're going to be at the Booker T 48-yard line. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Once again, they're going to throw. Quarterback rolling here to the near side. He's rolling. He's going to throw it underneath. The pass is complete. Looks like it's going to be for a couple of yards. The pass was complete to Honeycutt. He's limping a little bit. Looks like he's going to have some issues being able to continue. He's going to try. They just lost number 1. They're starting running back Carson Morgan, and now Honeycutt is a little bit shaken up, but he's still in the game. Now he's going to basically limp off. So we're in a situation now, Leon. I mean, Jonathan Johnson is the running back. Do you want to run the football? This is obviously the third string guy.
Yeah. We're in a pass-first situation now with the clock being against us. We have to throw the ball. The run game is pretty much obsolete for us.
So Bentonville West has now taken their second timeout. The issue with the timeout was the second string running back was slow to get out the game. The third string running back came in. Obviously, he wasn't prepared to go this soon in the game. Bentonville West is basically running check with me offense, which means that basically they're using hand signals or calling signals from the sideline. The coaches weren't totally sure that the personnel on the field were ready with the play. It's 2nd down and 7. You're up 21-0, and you have to burn the timeout.
Yeah.
I mean,
that helps the Hornets.
It helps the Hornets. I mean, everything is in our favor. We just have to take advantage of the opportunities that we have in front of us.
And like you said, on this 2nd and 7 here, this is a big play on both sides. I mean, Bentonville wants to win this just as much as we do too, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here on this particular series.
You're down to your third string running back, so you have to think that this is going to be a pass play. It's 2nd and 7. So if you're a Hornet defensive back across the field, you say Jonathan Brown's trademark is he's going to play man. Now, this is when basically you got to step up, maintain your keys, maintain your reads, but you got to maintain your coverage. Maybe you can step in and get one and go the other way. Pistol formation for Bentonville West. Quarterback has it. Looks here to the near side. Quick out to Burke. Oh, he spins off of a Hornet defender and is able to pick up enough yards for a first down.
So you said it earlier, they're going back to their bread and butter. They're finding that seam in that hole out there in our zones where we're not covering well, and they're just sitting there, and it's just a matter of a timing route.
That's just pitch and catch. I mean, it's 7-on-7 almost, Leon.
Yeah.
Once again, quarterback looks back to his right, looks to the far side, still looking. He's under pressure. Looks like he's going to be wrapped up and taken down by big number 62. That's Elias Sherman for the Hornets. And once again, the Hornet defensive front has made a play. We've got to continue making the plays to try to get back into this football game. It's one play at a time, Leon. That's all it is to it. It's one play at a time. You've got to win your assignment one play at a time.
And on the defensive side, them guys can get everybody to buy in. Like right now, we need all 11 around the football right now.
Absolutely. Pistol formation once again for Bentonville West. Quarterback looks to the far side this time. He throws the out route once again, and it's complete. Held up over there as the wide receiver, but it's going to be a completed pass. Looks like he's going to be close to a first down. It was 2nd and 13 after the loss of 3 yards after the quarterback sack. But there's a flag on the field, so we're waiting. Looks like this one is going to go against Bentonville West. So we're waiting for the officials to mark this off. They had an ineligible receiver downfield for Bentonville West, so this is going to back them up. I mean, the opportunities are there, Leon. It's one play at a time. You got to win one play at a time.
And keep in mind, Bentonville hadn't scored since the
second half. In the second half, yeah.
So again, the Hornets are playing well. It's just we're beating ourselves here.
Absolutely. So Carson Morgan, number 1 for Bentonville West, has returned to the game. Starting running back is in the game. This is the little pitch sweep to him going over the left side. They have it walled off over there, and he's able to get some positive yardage. The offensive tackle over there is big number 77. That's Lane Jeffcoat. That's that big 6'9", 279-pound offensive tackle over there, Leon. So you're obviously running behind your strength when you run it that way.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're looking for him to set the edge.
And it sounds like he's telling them to come my way right now.
32 seconds left in the third quarter. Bentonville West trying to grind out a victory here in week 0 over your Booker T. Washington Hornets. Quarterback looks back. He throws right over the linebackers' heads, and he's able to complete a pass. He's still running, but finally pushed out of bounds. And that's just another one of those just quick curls, quick seams. That's James Ty Durham. He caught the first touchdown for the Wolverines early in the first quarter. We haven't heard much of him since. But with that play, he picks up a first down, and now Bentonville West has a 1st and 10 on the Hornet 13-yard line. This is a situation, once again, Leon, where the defense has got to step up.
And the defense right now is pretty tired, but, hey, we still got to make a play here.
Once again, quarterback looking to throw, drops it underneath to the fullback. He cuts back inside. He's fighting for yards, but several Hornets get around the football and take him down, and that's just that up-back fullback that has been blocking a lot of the night. Now he sneaks out into the pass routes, and the quarterback is just able to throw it underneath to him, able to pick up a couple of yards. Looks like it's going to be second down. Clock is running, seeing if Bentonville West is deciding to go ahead and let the clock run out to take us into the fourth quarter. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds, looking to see if they're going to get the playoff. They do. Here's a run up the middle to Carson Morgan, but he's hitting the legs in the backfield, able to fall forward. And there at the end of the third quarter, Bentonville West is taken down inside the 5-yard line. But we head to the fourth quarter, Leon.
Oh, man.
Hornets down 21-0 over the Bentonville West Wolverines. And Leon, you know, I don't look at the score, as we've said all night, and say that this team has just been more physical, they've been more athletic, they've been more disciplined. We've hurt ourselves, and we hurt ourselves early. We hurt ourselves early when we didn't convert 2 scoring opportunities on passes we just didn't catch.
And then we don't capitalize when the defense makes big plays. We give the ball right back with a turnover, so that doesn't help us out none as well. So,
Hornet fans, we have a lot to look forward to this upcoming season. You know, I'm already seeing the elements of a team, Leon, that is obviously going to be fast, which is a trademark of Booker T. But the play of Lathan Boone, I can't say enough about Lathan Boone's calmness that you talked about in the pocket. I mean, he harkens back to a lot of really good Booker T quarterbacks over the years. Guys, and when they got to that last year, you know, they were extension of a coach on the field. And it's easy to talk about, well, you're just, you know, getting the ball in the hands of guys that can make a play. But Lathan has done that tonight. He's made throws to a lot of receivers. A lot of guys have had the opportunity to catch the football. We really are a equal opportunity offense. It's just a matter of being individually stellar.
That's it. And then I think we got to be patient with our run game as well, because we'll go to it and then we'll run away from it as if we got to get a big play here and there. If we can keep the ball on the ground a little bit more, I think it opens us up for that pass game for Lathan to do what he does in their pocket.
So Bentonville West basically tried to run the hurry up there after the change in quarter, and I think they're going to be I think the referees had not set the ball just yet. So I think this play is going to either be, I don't see any flags. I think the officials are just resetting to make them, nope. Actually, they're going to call offsides on the Hornets. We weren't lined up correctly. So now the ball is going to be down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Bentonville West deep in Hornet territory. Here's an inside give to Morgan, and he just gets behind that big offensive line and just burrows his way forward. Touchdown, Wolverines, and that's just the situation there, Leon. I mean, you just got a lot of blue shirts pushing back a lot of white shirts.
You know, when it gets down there with the 2-3 yard line, it's just a matter of who wants it the most and who's the toughest at that point.
You know, some people say low man wins. Is that how it works?
It pretty much is. I mean, you got to get some penetration. You know, it's just one of them things. Like you said, the lower you get, the more leverage you got, and then it's just all a matter of just dog down there.
Bentonville West able to punch it into the end zone to take a score of 27-0, trying to make it 28. The extra point, the snap is back, it's down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 11 minutes and 57 seconds left in the ball game, the Bentonville West Wolverines take a 28-0 lead over your Booker T. Washington Hornets. And now we get into a part, Leon, where, you know, you want to win every game. But at some points you have to understand that it may not be your night, but you got to prepare for next week.
That's it.
Now, you know, as a coach, you never want to say that to your players, but that's what it has to be. Have we gotten to that point tonight?
I don't think so. This might be the opportunity right here is to develop some depth. You know, with the guys going down, you still got some of these young guys on the sideline who we just don't know what the verdict is because they hadn't got that opportunity. So maybe coach says, you know what, guys, it was game 0.
Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Who wants to go get it?
That's it. Let's see who wants to remember when Coach McGee back in the day would say, Perry or Skillings is typing you a letter? And it's going to be mailed with that first-class stamp, so maybe this might be an opportunity for somebody to mail a letter out here.
I know that one. Here's a kick back deep. Looks like we're going to get an opportunity for a return. This is Micah Tees trying to get – no, is that Lathan? No, that's Ross. That's Ross. Kuron Ross, the running back for the Hornets. He's got it, and he's able to get a positive return. Going to basically get back to just about the 20-yard line. Hornets are going to have it 1st and 10 at, looks like is at the 22. 1st and 10 at their 22-yard line. So Lathan Boone is bringing the team out. Looks like we've got all of our compliments. Micah Tees, Isaac Fain. Running back is Ross, who has ran hard all night long. You know, I'd like to see what his statistics are to see the amount of yards he had on the ground tonight. Boone has a snap. Inside give. Ross is hit immediately. He's going to be stopped for no gain or a loss of probably 2 yards. His progress was impeded immediately when he got the snap. Now, you got to play with pride now. You got to finish the game out with pride.
I was just going to say the body language isn't looking too well. We got 11 minutes left in this game, guys. Let's put together a drive and let's go out here, like you said, with some pride. Some Hornet pride at that.
Bentonville West definitely has their chest stuck out right now. They can see a victory in their sights if they can finish it off. Once again, the defensive backs for Bentonville West are giving a huge cushion across the board to the Hornets, making it difficult for Lathan Boone. If he gives some time, this time he's going to step up, throws it to the middle of the field. He has a man. That's Micah Tees. Micah Tees with the completion. Now he's coming from the slot position. So once again, Leon, that's what we've been talking about. We've made the adjustment to bring Tees from the outside into the slot, and there you go with the deep over or the post route.
Right.
He's in the middle of the field, and luckily the Wolverines were able to take him down. All right, so Lathan Boone takes the snap, doesn't have anything there. Was looking for Isaac Fain, but he has to basically just throw the ball away to not take a loss on the play. Went a little tempo right there. I wasn't sure if we were totally understanding what everybody was wanting to do, but the tempo is important because it keeps the defense from substituting people. 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. Boone takes a high snap, throws it out to his left. Tees has it, trying to get the corner, tries to cut it up a little bit. We've got a flag on the play. Tees is finally wrapped up and pushed back down. We've got a flag on the play. We're trying to see exactly what the disposition is from the referees. It was 2nd and 10 on the 46-yard line. The officials are conferring. Not sure exactly what happened. We're still waiting for the call. Bentonville West is acting as though it's against the Hornets. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. Coach Jonathan Brown obviously is wondering who shot John. Officials are still conferring. Could be one of these fouls, Leon, where they're going to just pick it up and say, let's just keep playing hard. The white hat is checking he's checking his Gucci. It's about that time. So it looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against both teams. So with the unsportsmanlike conduct, basically the ball is going to stay marked at where it was taken down. Tees had a reception for positive yards. So with the spot of the ball, it's going to be second down at about 5. Right inside the Bentonville West side of the field. Second down, yes. 10 minutes, 42 seconds left in the ball game. Lathan Boone going back into the pistol formation. He's got Kuron Ross in the backfield with him in the pistol. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Boone takes a snap. He surveys. He's going to rolling out to his left, throws it deep down the field, has a man, but he overshoots him. He was looking for Micah Tees. We've got more laundry on the field.
Looks like it's going to be a holding on us.
Okay.
Offensive lineman had a lot of that jersey.
I think the defensive lineman was just running in front of our guy too much. You know, you got to try to run around him at some point. Yeah. I'm always going to side with the O-line. It's holding on every play, doesn't it? It's holding on every play.
That's right. That's it. You pretty much call it on every play.
Why you calling that one if it's holding on every play?
Yes, sir.
So this was going to back the Hornets up. Don't need any other struggle to the struggle we're having when we've been locked out of the end zone for this week 0 matchup for the Hornets. So this is going to back the Hornets up back on our side of the field. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. Lathan Boone has 3 wide receivers here to the near side, which is they're playing off of the far side hash. So Boone's got more wide receivers to the side of the field where he's got Green to work with. Gets the snap, looks to his right. Rush comes, he steps up, throws it across his body, and the pass is going to be knocked down. You had 2 wide receivers in the vicinity, Fain and then Tees running behind, but several blue shirt Wolverines right there. So that pass is going to fall incomplete. Bringing up 4th down for the Hornets. Going to have to bring the punt team in. Getting deep into the 4th quarter, Skellins. And it's just one of those things where, you know, we've just been off a little bit. Yeah. I mean, you know, I haven't seen the scrimmage work. I know that we've had several scrimmages. And, you know, it's been the same story all night. We've been a step or a play off. Punter gets the snap. He kicks it. Here's a good-looking punt. Here's a good-looking punt.
I don't know if he's going to get the 5 or the 15, but it looked like running into the kicker, depending on how the referee going to call it.
It was 4th down and 14. If things work out, the Hornets could be extending this drive. So there's a flag on the play. The punter was hit by the rush of Bentonville West. They've been coming after our special teams specialists all night long. We've had a field goal blocked that was returned for a touchdown early in the ball game. Just had a punt that the punter was able to get away.
So it was the 15. He gave him 15 on running into the kick, which gives us a 1st down.
Or are they moving the chain gang to give the ball to Bentonville West? Which one is it? I see a flag over there. So it looks as though Bentonville West is going to have possession. The foul is running into the kicker, so that's assessed after the ball was tackle down by Bentonville West. They're going to line up at the 7-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Bentonville West 7-yard line, the shadow of their end zone. You've got the Hornet defense here with another opportunity to come out and go at this offense of Bentonville West. Quarterback in the pistol, takes a snap, looks to his right, throws the out. It's complete. Once again, he's hit number 80. That's Jackson Brust. Jackson Brust makes the reception. He catches it and is then quickly knocked out of bounds for Bentonville West.
And it looks as if Bentonville wants to close it out by keeping the ball on the ground with quick plays to keep that clock running, telling the receivers don't step out of bounds. Let's just end it right here.
Because Booker T is now giving a lot of cushion to the wide receivers for Bentonville West. Here's a throw into the middle of the field to number 23. He's hit immediately and taken down. But once again, just as good as a running play, Leon, because it's a pitch and catch, and it's good enough for a first down. It's going to move the chains and keep the clock running.
That's the game plan right now, is they want to just keep this clock ticking.
Bentonville West is not necessarily looking to go deep. The offensive line is doing a decent job of keeping the pressure off of their quarterback, even though the defensive line for the Hornets has been playing stellar all night long. But they're doing just enough to fight off the 3-man rush to give the quarterback enough time to make these, quick throws to spots where he can just get it out to somebody and get a completion. Here's the RPO. Once again, they try to run it in the middle to Morgan, and there's a host of Hornets right there to take him down. And you got to give the big guys up front credit, Leon. They have identified formations, tendencies, and then in the RPO, they're staying at home. They're not going for the fake. They're staying at home, getting upfield, and they're wrapping the running back up.
And they're still playing as if the game is 0-0. That's what I'm impressed most with, is that the D-line is getting after it.
And that's something that's going to need to be consistent week to week in District 6A2 back in Oklahoma. Quarterback takes a snap, looking to his right. Rare is back, but he has pressure, so now he's going to step up, gets to the middle of the field. Good pass rush by the Hornets, and he's taken down. A good, hard tackle there by the Hornets. That's Aiden Walker on the tackle. Aiden Walker, who showed us a burst in the backfield a couple of series ago, but he comes up and takes the quarterback down.
There's some guys who really understand that as long as it's time still on the clock, we're going to give it all we got.
You got to play. And here's a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be against Bentonville West, probably for a hold. So that's going to push them back. So once again, they're going to be scrimmaging from the shadow of their end zone. 8 minutes and 29 seconds left in the ball game. And Leon, it's just one of those times where, somebody go be great. Just go be great. Go be great. Make that big play. Follow your keys and make a big play.
What we say, who going to take one for the team?
Bentonville West throwing the ball in the middle of the field, has a wide receiver who goes up and makes a great catch. The defensive back for the Hornets, number 10, came up to make a play on the ball. That was Eric Harris. But when he leapt up to catch the ball or get a hand on the ball was just within inches of over his fingertips and hurled in by number 23, Harris Vincent for Bentonville West. Good enough for a first down. You got to give the quarterback credit for Bentonville West, Leon. He's throwing that rock, man.
And they're not tanking it, are they? they got a comfortable lead, but it look like they want more. So, hey, Hornets, we got to continue to play football here and to get some stops because, like I said, that quarterback back there is looking to pad his stats.
And this is a new quarterback. This is number 13, Dalton Rice for Bentonville West. Number 15 is out.
Wow.
He's back. This time he pumps, rolls to his right. He throws the ball up. It's tipped. It's going to be incomplete.
You made a good point there. 13 looked like 15 for a second there. He looked pretty good on that play. So, yeah, it is a new quarterback in the game.
Yep. New quarterback in the ball game. Same outcome for Bentonville West. They've been very structured in everything that they're doing. So Bentonville West now clock stopped after the incomplete pass. Going back to the pistol formation. Quarterback takes the snap. He fakes the give. Throws an out route to the far side. Ball's going to be short. Going to fall short on 2nd and 10. And that's one of those situations, Leon, where I see the cornerback for Booker T closing the gap and running up. But if you make a play, if you don't break correctly and that ball is swung out there like it should be, hey, that could be a long game. You got to be careful.
Exactly.
You got to take away the outside shoulder, not the inside shoulder. So we've got a flag before the play starts here. Don't know who this is going to be against. We've got a lot of chatter between our guys and their guys.
You know, we were always taught that the game is always won on the scoreboard and not with your mouth, right?
No, you don't get points for wolf tickets. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a matter now where if you start talking, somebody might turn around and say, "You see all them lights down there on the other side of the end zone? Check how many we got lit up on our side."
Yep, that's it.
Number 13 sets up in the pistol position. Bentonville West not trying to salt this away on the ground. They're still throwing the football quite a bit. Hornets are digging in. Quarterback gets the snap, but we got a penalty marker before the play. Don't know if we have illegal procedure. It is going to be illegal procedure against Bentonville West. So this is going to back them up. You know, they haven't gone very far, Leon, but goodness, they've had the ball for a long time.
and just scored 7 points in the second half, too. Another thing that we continue to reiterate is, again, the Hornets, the score is not indicative to how
the game
Hornets
have
been played here. Yep. And the Hornets can go and look at the film and learn from this.
Quarterback steps up, looking to his right. He's throwing deep. He's got a man along the sideline. The ball's up in the air. He's able to come up, but the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. I wasn't sure if he was able to haul it in or not. Number 13 had good air up under that one. Had a man running down the boundary, but he's not able to hook up with him. So it's going to be 4th down and 15 for Bentonville West. The Hornets are going to get the football back. And now, Leon, it's just a matter of get me in the end zone. Find some kind of way to get the ball in the end zone.
It's like you got to pull the rabbit out the hat now, right?
I mean, it's week 0, but you don't want to get off on the foot of how are we going to score. It's about we can score. So here's the punt. Good deep punt. Going to be received by the Hornets. Micah Tees has it. Coming to the near side looking for a block. He's able to get it. One man to beat. Able to get to the outside and knocked out of bounds. A good return by Micah Tees. He's going to have the ball deep in Bentonville West territory. So now here's the opportunity, Leon. You've got the ball deep in their territory. You start 1st and 10. The entire playbook is open. You know, the biggest thing is let's get a score.
So Byron, you know, like I know, it's a long ride home on that bus. If you get goose egged, and it's bad enough if you get that L. Talk to me about that. What happens, you know that bus ride back.
Dreadful. I can't even put the words together to say how bad it is.
It's bad.
Someplace you don't want to be.
That's right. So at least Hornets fans, we're going to try to get on this scoreboard right here.
Lathan Boone looking left, looking right. Now he steps up in the middle of the field. He's basically, I don't know if he's down first. The ball pops out, but he should be considered down by himself. He gave himself up before the ball was onto the turf. Boone has got to have his ball security together right now. He picks up 4 yards on the play, so he gets positive yards. You got Lathan Boone with Aiden Walker in the backfield, pistol formation. 4 wide receivers for the Hornets. Middle of the field is still attractive, Skillins. It is still attractive.
It is.
High snap. Boone looks to his left, swings it out to Walker, who makes the catch. One man to beat, stiffs arms, cuts back, swings, gets spun down, back in the field of play, inside the 20-yard line. So that's Aiden Walker coming out the backfield, catching the ball, and he looked like he was ready to do something with it when he caught it. So,
and he actually gives us a change of pace when he's in there. It's just kind of like, he got the juice. So
yeah.
Juice. When Walker gets in there,
juice is the right word. He looks like he's got the feet that's got some spring to him. So once again, Boone fakes it. He rolls to his right. He's rolling, looking, throws it into the end zone. has a man, but he's unable to come down with it. That pass was intended for number 2, Keonta Rushing. That's a senior wide receiver defensive back. And you know, I don't mean to be critical, but it's one of the things, Skillings, sometimes you got to go up with intent. You got to go up mean. You know what I'm saying? Because now, I mean, you got to understand what the situation is. We're in the fourth quarter. We haven't scored. Every ball counts now.
That's
right. Don't just let it go through your hands. Go up with definite intent to make a play. Isaac Fain in motion. Once again, Lathan Boone looks to gun it down, puts the nose of the ball down, but the pass is behind the intended receiver. Rushing once again, gonna bring up 3rd and 10, and Boone was just trying to put the ball where only his guy can make a play for it. I mean, you're throwing it to the middle of the field. There's a lot of blue shirts in there.
Yeah.
And the windows have been getting small. Windows have been getting small.
And you can't keep getting in the red zone and coming away with nothing. It's just going to bite you.
Boone has it, looks to throw quickly. He's got pressure, tries to roll out of it, but he can't. Taken down by number 59 for the Wolverines. On the pass rush is Grant Overman, 6'2", 184 defensive lineman. Brings up 4th down for the Hornets. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left in the ball game. Hornets are looking to get into the end zone for the first time tonight, Hornet fans. We're going for it. Hornets have 3 wide receivers in the ball game here to the near side, wide side. Lathan Boone, the quarterback, in the pistol formation, has 1 wide receiver to the far side. Boone takes the snap. He's looking back. He's got a man. He throws it up. That pass is caught. He fought for that one, and he's down inside the 5-yard line. That's, once again, that's Keonta Rushing. Now that's going up and snagging the ball. No, that's Tees. That was Tees.
That's why he's Arkansas commit, right?
Yes, sir.
He showed you why he's Arkansas
and
commit.
He went up with strong, definite intent to make a catch right there. Beautiful catch by Tees. Lathan Boone laid it. I mean, he laid it into the coverage, and Tees went up and got it. I love a catch like that.
And Boone stood strong, like you said, in there, knowing that we got to get something, guys. We can't leave out of here with this goose egg.
That's what you call Hornet pride, Hornet fans. It's been a tough night for the Hornets. We just haven't been able to get the engine rolling with consistency, but the pieces are there. I've been really and thoroughly impressed with what this team has as far as weapons and options. It's just a matter of, like you said, Leon, the offense is always behind the defense. It's a matter of really just getting this thing in gear.
You said something that I liked. You said the engine has to get going. So on that analogy, it's kind of like, what are we going to be? Are we going to be a 4-cylinder? Are we going to be a 6-cylinder? Are we going to be an 8-cylinder? So that's what we got to figure out. We got to work on those high snaps. We got to work on, are we going to be committed to the run game a little longer? And all of these things are fixable. So we got to fix those things from week 0 to week 1 to show that we're showing improvement.
The Hornets, part of 6A2 in Oklahoma football, are playing the Bentonville West Wolverines that are in Class 7A, which would be like our highest class, 6A1. That would be a match. So it's like we're having a matchup against a Jinx, a Union, or an Owasso tonight. We're on the road here in Bentonville West High School. 1st and 2 at the 2. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left in the ball game. Here's a fake snap, direct snap to Aiden Walker, who's trying to run hard, but he's taken down. Not fooled at all on the play. Luke Grisham, the direct snap. It was kind of the trickeration, as though Lathan Boone had the snap go over his head, which for what we've seen tonight is a possibility. But it's a direct snap to Aiden Walker, but Walker just didn't have any space whatsoever. Luke Grisham was right there, basically saw him with the ball and wrapped him up and took him down. Boone in the pistol. This time looks to run it. He's in the middle of the field. He's going to sneak in. That's touchdown, Hornets. Hornets are on the board.
That's where we come with the pride of the Great Southwest right there. You got to get in the end zone. So
cue the Hornet victory, Hornet fans. Stand up in your living room and give it up. Fight for old Booker T. We just needed to get in the end zone, and Lathan Boone gave us what we needed to have right there, Leon. It's, and he knew that he needed to just get to the blue turf is all he needed to do. So Isaac Fain in to hold for the new left-footed place kicker for the Hornets. Snap is back, hold is down. Kick is low, but it's up, and it's through. The Hornets, 7. The Bentonville West Wolverines, 28. And more than anything, we've got the lid off. You know, the offense came out. We had a great pitch and catch from Boone to Micah Tees. You know, we've just been missing all night long. Every opportunity we haven't stepped through the door, but we finally got one into the end zone.
And when they get in the film session on offense on Monday, Brent, they're going to be scratching their heads, and they're going to be counting all the points that they left off the field down there in the red zone. Because we've been down there a lot of times, just didn't come away with nothing.
You have to be encouraged that, you know, the Hornets have come over here to Bentonville, Arkansas, playing a team at the highest classification in Arkansas, and we haven't been manhandled. I've said it more than once. We have not been manhandled. You know, we've had opportunities in every phase of the game. We just haven't personally done what we needed to do.
And then when you look down there on the field, like you said, they obviously have a size advantage against us too. So we're giving up some size, but you know what I was told, you don't spell man S-I-Z-E, you spell them M-A-N. So.
Absolutely. Hornets are going to try the onside kick. The ball was free for a moment, but Bentonville West is going to be able to retain possession. Nothing like working on the onside kick. I like the fact that the kicker was able to step up and get the ball bouncing. You know, you never know when you need that onside kick, when you really need an onside kick. So we're working on the development of that particular play. The onside kick is a play. I mean, it's an orchestrated, scripted play, but with a huge variable of how the ball comes out off the foot of the kicker.
But believe it or not, with 4 minutes and 24 seconds, we can get a big play. You just
cut this lead in half.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to score again. I really would like to score again. Bentonville West has a decision to make. Do they just run the clock out now?
And you're right, because the clock can hurt them because we can get the ball back, and you know we can score quick too. So, hey, Bentonville do got to make some decisions on how they're going to handle this series right now.
So, once again, number 13, Dalton Rice, comes out for Bentonville West, the Wolverines. He's going to have the ball in the pistol formation, but looks like the play clock, delay of game by Bentonville West. The play clock expired after the change of possession. So now they're going to start 1st and 15 from their own 43-yard line. He's got it. Here's the RPO, gives it to the running back, who's immediately wrapped up by the Hornets. Hornets are looking to try to strip the ball. The ball comes out, but it's after the running back was down. I like seeing number 13 for the Hornets step in there and try to rip it out. That's Jordan Sales. Good heady play. I mean, you got to try it. When the ball carrier stood up like that, you got to try to get in there and rip it.
And Bentonville is in no hurry. You see it? They're going to take the clock down to 3 seconds on every play here.
Clock's rolling. 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Here's another running play, inside give. Positive yardage for Bentonville West, but the ball carrier is finally taken down. That's number 21, Aiden Honeycutt. He's taken down. The Hornet defense right now has still got to maintain their keys and do everything they can to keep Bentonville West from moving the football too much. Bentonville West has finally made the decision that their best mode of operation is shotgun and then running the ball. Man in motion to the far side of the field. Quarterback looking to throw. He steps up. He guns it out of bounds. Had a man, but the ball flies through his fingertips. That one was intended for number 25, Quentin Thompson. Thompson unable to make the catch. Brings up 4th down and 8 for Bentonville West. So, Leon, we're getting the ball back.
3 minutes, 4 seconds. Micah Tees is always a threat. He get any type of running lane, he can take it to the house.
Hey, let's get the score cut in half. Cut it in half. I mean, it's a matter now of going out. Just make plays. Just go make plays. Punter has it. He gets it off the side of his foot. Micah Tees telling everybody to get away from it. Ball is going to end up being down at the 15-yard line. So with 2 minutes and 53 seconds left in the ball game, the Hornets have 85 yards to go to put some additional points up on the board. All right, Leon, you're offensive coordinator. What are you thinking on this drive right here?
So here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. They're going to bracket Micah Tees knowing that we got to throw the football. So, look, if we can free up 8 or 14 that can make a play right now, it would be a good time to do it because they're going to make sure Micah Tees don't get in the end zone.
Absolutely. But the offensive line has to make sure that they maintain their blocks. You don't want to have somebody, getting a good lick on Lathan Boone. So Lathan Boone in the pistol, 4 wide receivers, takes the snap, looks to his left. He's got Tees. Tees catches it. He's hit immediately, and is going to be taken down. Nice pitch and catch right there. Now the cornerback that made the hit was the cornerback that was guarding the outside wide receiver. Tees was the inside wide receiver. So that guy's just peeling off.
Yeah,
he's just thinking to himself, you're not throwing to my guy. I'm just going to peel off and tackle the guy that you really want to get the ball to. Boom, steps back, steps up. He's looking. He's got time. He's able to dance in the pocket. Coming back to his right now, he's going to run, trying to get to the sideline just to get what he can, stop the clock.
If you look at that formation right there or that particular play call, it wasn't conducive to us trying to get down the field. We're running intermediate routes down low when we need to be trying to get down the field, and just wasn't nothing there right there.
So as usual, all night, Bentonville West has been rolling their coverage well off of the Booker T wide receivers, giving a lot of cushion. Play's going to be stopped before the snap. The snap was high. I'm glad that one was stopped. We saved one right there.
That's another thing you've been talking about all night, BP. We got to work on the snap for next week. We cannot – it throws the offensive timing off. I mean, just that tidbit of a moment throws off everything.
Well, besides throwing the timing off, one of the things that I've always talked about is what's most critical for a quarterback is footwork. Everything is precipitated based off of what the quarterback can or cannot do with their feet. If you look at Tom Brady, the biggest thing about him is his footwork. His footwork is stellar. His footwork is stellar, and then the way he stacks his body to deliver the ball is always on point. For Lathan Boone or any quarterback, you've got to be able to have your feet in good position up under you to step in to make a throw. Boone gets a good snap this time, looking to his right, looking for Fain. He's able to get it to Fain up the field, going to be good enough for a first down. So Fain's just working off of pushing the defense back like it's a go route, and then basically curling back to the football, giving Boone a target, and Boone is putting it on his hands really good. That was a little bit of a sidearm throw. He went a little right-handed Kenny the Snake Stabler with that one. Nothing like that sidearm. Lathan Boone got 3 wide receivers to the far side, takes the snap, looks right, looking deep, going to put some air up under it, but miscommunication between Boone and Fain on that one. Boone was thinking to run the out and up, and Fain was thinking, I'm going to just run the out. And Boone threw the out and up. But the touch he had, I mean, that was a tight spiral, throwing it to the inside of the field where if the wide receiver can get behind him, he can run into the catch. I mean, a lot of the small adjustments are there, Leon, to make plays for the Hornets. Just about taking advantage of opportunities. So we got 2nd and 10 from our 27-yard line. Boone puts a man in motion, takes a snap. This time he's also looking right. This time he's going deep. He's got Tees. Tees has to come back for it. Pass is incomplete. Defensive back made a good play. On that one right there, Tees had a step on him, and you just got to keep running. Tees just thought, okay, I've got to go up to go get this one, and that just basically threw off the rhythm he had to make the catch. That's one where you got to just keep your feet, and just if it's short, you just turn around and turn back for it.
And again, the defense coordinator for Bentonville got their guys prepared not to be scared of Tees, so that's impressive. I mean, them guys are not backing down to the challenge at all.
Look like we're going to have an illegal substitution here on the Hornets.
Oh, man.
2 minutes exactly left in the football game. It was actually 3rd and 10 from the 27.
That'd kill you right there.
I think with this penalty, it's going to move it back. Moving it back once again for the Hornets.
So a lot of the things, like you said, BP, is fixable. When they go to the film session, Again, they're going to be scratching their heads and say, guys, we were right there.
Right there. Right there. So Latham Boone, now it's going to be 3rd and 15 from their 22-yard line. We're deep into the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left in the ball game. Hornets down 28-7 to the Bentonville West Wolverines. Boone's going to have time. He throws the out route. He passes complete to Tease, who's trying to make a play, but he's going to be wrapped up immediately. With all of that cushion, it's just pitch and catch, but you've got a Bentonville West guy right there on top of him that's basically just making a good tackle.
And, we're not, again, like showing any signs of giving up. With your big-time star like that, you want to be careful now. And really, pretty much the game is done, but you be careful that nothing fluky happens.
Absolutely. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the ball game. Here's a high snap, but Boone is able to corral it. He's rolling to his right, throws it up down the sideline, has a man over there to fight for it. The pass is intercepted. Bentonville West has it, and now he's still returning. He's still on his feet trying to get to the sidelines, still running, finally hit and taken out of bounds. Tough break right there. I mean, our wide receiver and their defensive back, it was a free ball. And the guy that wanted it most ended up coming up with it.
And again, this is just one of those games. Again, you made a good point. Week 0, so you don't have to say that this is going to be indicative of how the season is going to go. You come back and you get better. You go back to practice, and then you see what kind of week you have. And we come back next week and we see if the Hornets going to put together a good game next week.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Bentonville West is going to be able to return it after the interception deep in the Hornet territory. They're going to be at the 20-yard line of the Hornets, deep into the game. Basically, here's a run up the middle, no gain, or maybe a loss.
It look like they just want to run the clock out now.
Yep.
The points been proven.
So coming up next week for the Hornets, it's going to be the 1st of September. We've got September the 2nd. That's Friday night. Game 1, first home game. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets versus Dale City. They're coming to S.E. Williams, coming from over in Oklahoma City way. We always like to beat up on Oklahoma City.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
care who it is. Give me, and especially if it's Douglas.
You know that.
But we'll take Dale City. Hornets home opener. Leon, I'm really enthused about getting ready for that game because there are so many things for us just to talk about, to see about whether or not they get cleaned up.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of new starters, a lot of new kids that are playing, but I think the offensive and defensive lines have showed us something tonight. They're physical, they're fast, they have a lot of ability. Our specialists just need to get a little bit better in their execution, but there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah. Like you said, I mean, there's a lot of promise here. We just got to build on this and learn from it, and not finger points too early for that. And the guys got to rally behind each other, and we got to have a good week.
Just a good week of practice. You have a game up under your belt. You have plenty of film to watch. You've run your base offensive. You didn't have to come out here and try to do anything special, anything crazy. You've got a lot of things to work off of. Here's an inside give, running back for Bentonville West. He's going to get a little bit of positive yardage, but finally going to be corralled and taken down. We're less than a minute in the ball game. Dale City will be a good test next week, Leon. Hope to have some good inside information about them. This is, one of these Oklahoma teams that, Dale City and I'm trying to think the other team over there in Midwest City. These are programs that have been built from the ground up, so we're going to be able to get a good gauge of where we are in Oklahoma. We've come over here and played a 7A Arkansas team. Unfortunately, we came out on the short end of the stick. Final score tonight, your Booker T. Washington Hornets 7, the Bentonville West Wolverines 28. But it's going to be an interesting season. Leon, nothing has changed. It's wide open.
That's right, man. And BP, man, it was so good to sit up in the booth with you tonight, man, and just reminisce and to be objective in this game that we love so much. And, man, I just look forward to what the future entails and Man, I'm just excited about it.
We're going to have a fun season. Hornet fans, enjoy it with us. This is Booker T. Washington Hornet football, week 0. We'll see you next week when the Hornets come home to S.E. Williams to take on the Dell City. Dell City, are they the Eagles? I think they're the Dell City Eagles or something. We're taking on Dell City. We'll see you next week, Hornet fans.